ADHD.
Yeah.
You and Chad try to gaslight us into us being the problem.
Did you
I was
We're
starting
never the
the
problem,
session.
it's
Chad
you
is
two.
100% the problem this time. I was starting
God.
the session.
Boonga boonga, that's all I
And
gotta
with
say.
that, a big black balloon floats over the lake, tugging at its moorings. Beneath it hangs a basket made of black wicker and wood, which serves as a merchant's stall. A large pane of gray glass is drawn closed across an opening above the counter. A sign mounted above the window reads, "Wondrous wares and fair fares." The balloon is not made of fabric, but rather appears to be a roiling dark rain cloud that has been contained somehow within the lines of netting. Sitting on the door is a sign that states, "Available for a limited time only. Very good thimble, fingertip not included. Mug of bumble beer, has a nice sting to it. Duskmallow pie with decorative bite marks. Bundle of dry wood, great for starting fires. Ink portraits, if we have to look at you, so should you. And moonlight monocle, no more fumbling in the dark." You have arrived at Trinket, Bauble, and Charms.
I didn't hear
You're a
it.
child. You're a child.
Oh no. Already off to a fantastic start, guys.
Jeez. Why were you laughing,
Sorry,
Chad?
I'm not gonna. Fuck you.
I know you have. Leave it for chat after dark.
Okay.
You said it's
my
called
gosh.
Trinket, Bauble, and Charm?
Trinket, Bauble, and Charms.
And I still have the list of ingredients for the banquet, right?
Yes.
No.
Okay, cool.
There were 3 specialty items from the recipe that Bavlorna gave you that were not, what was his name, Lackley?
Yes.
Lackley said that you had most of it, but there were 3 specialty items that were not stocked in the kitchen, so you only have 3 things to find.
Okay. For my SA, can you remind me what those were? Or was it just one of those, like, we just roll to see if we have it?
We just rolled to see if we have it.
Okay, gotcha.
For the sake of this, Trinket, Bauble, and Charms will have it. You need to find out if you can afford it.
Gotcha.
Okay. So I still have the last king's head attached to my belt, Mimir style, right?
Yes, you do. And Nate is still voicing the head.
Yeah.
Gotta ask me a question.
You're just carrying a talking severed head. Because fuck it, this is Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah. We already had a Lackley Goldtooth.
Okay.
So sorry. I missed a whole lot of that description because I was laughing too hard.
What were you even laughing about?
Literally, the first thing she says was a big black, and I stopped paying attention.
Yeah.
Luna was,
That was-
Luna
that
was
was
the same way.
I heard that and then my brain shut off.
And then John's like, "You're all children. I hate all of you."
John was
Listen,
barely keeping it together too. He was over there chuckling into his hand.
I'm chuckling because these 2 idiots.
can everyone stop thinking about Remus's dick?
Can't help it. It's amazing, and
Big
John,
and black.
and I still have
John,
one right here.
Quit paying attention to Tweedledee and Tweedledum in the bottom corner there.
It's hard. Their faces are so
Listen.
loud.
Listen,
So loud.
we're gonna keep going or I'm gonna start biting the heads off of swans.
I just got
That's
turned
fine.
on again. So, guys, well, it looks like this is the place. What? No, Lathia, what can we expect here? Like, aside from obvious trinkets, like anything magical, anything crazy, anything that could be dangerous to us,
You're
or
in
just
the
a little bit of
Feywild,
color and
everything is dangerous.
That's the answer I come to expect from you.
I mean, I don't know what other answer you wanted.
I'm pretty sure he said that multiple times now.
I know.
At
You act
least
like he's
once or
gonna learn a
twice a
lesson.
session.
I mean, Mr. Phil, do you have anything to contribute to this at all?
As you turn around, you see that Phil is currently in a very heated discussion with a bullywug. Something about Bosha, and it's a lot of technical terms, and you haven't completely understood what's going on.
Mr. Phil.
Oh no, but you see there.
I think
How-
we can just let him.
How does this keep happening?
He's crazy popular for someone who got here the same time as us.
I mean,
He technically got there a little bit before you.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, roughly around the same time as us. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how he does it, but
I don't want to know how he does it.
I would imagine. I would imagine he's having a conversation about tonight's banquet. So maybe just let him handle that. Divide and conquer.
Between what? We have a store in front of us.
Well, yeah, we're gonna go to the store. I'm assuming Mr. Phil's gonna go and handle.
Oh, you mean divide him? Okay, yeah, sure, that's fine.
Yeah, of course.
I thought you were telling to divide us, and I was like, what is the other half gonna go do?
I'm terrified of this place. Why would I want less people?
Mr. Ganta, is Hero trying to split the party?
He
I
might be.
always kind of want less people, but you brought it up first.
I was talking specifically about Mr. Phil, not the majority group.
Well, use your words better next time.
I
Divide
thought
just
I'm the
means
more articulate
divide.
one here. Apparently not. But I mean, I guess we just let Mr. Phil do Phil things and filthy things, and let's just, guess we just,
We'll
just
let
head on
Phil
Do-
mess with his.
Do you have a crush on Phil?
He
no,
does.
No, it's more on the lines of just he's
Daddy
older,
issues?
And I can say daddy issues.
Yes.
Actually.
Is
I love
Phil
my
more
father.
of a father figure or a daddy figure?
Kinda.
Yes.
Yeah, he definitely has that sense of morality and wisdom tucked underneath that fupa. But he does tend to have a dash of wisdom about him.
I'm gonna lean over and whisper to Lathier. He thinks Phil has morality? Has he not been watching?
I don't think he's been paying attention.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, no, whatever you say, Ganta. Let's go into the shop.
Ganta's been like oblivious to a lot of things because he's just been so fucking tired and malnourished. So it's not uncommon to believe that he just has no idea what's happening with like the individual person.
Also, when it comes to like the rest of like the adventuring world, Ganta's kind of a child.
Yeah, 100%. Also,
Like,
are you centered? Because like on my screen, you were like.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry. How dare I relax while playing D&D?
Yeah, stop relaxing. This is a job.
This is serious.
You can relax when
Honey?
you're dead.
Is that a
What?
bluey hair clip?
I just saw it.
It is.
I've been watching this happen
Oh my
for 30
God.
seconds to see if any of you picked up on it.
Oh, I saw it, but I just kind of let it go.
I just chose to ignore it.
It's
I was
like
looking at Hero's uncenteredness and it was driving me nuts.
Also, my
he's
camera
not
keeps
look-
I have
turning
to
on
look at it every single time I edit. I have to see Hero just or forehead.
I gotta ask Spencer. Spencer, do you ever just put stuff in your beard because it feels good to have it like kind of tugging a little bit?
I have done that with clips before at work, like just something to hold the papers or something. So I've never as cool as that one though. They're always much more boring.
Well, Spencer, I've got a rainbow one if you want it.
Ooh.
Back when my beard was like down to here, I used to put hair ties in it.
Spencer's on
That's
the
sick.
quest.
I like that. That's sick. I never got it because military. I never got it my beard past like here, coming
Let's
back
get a
from like a
waiver.
deployment.
Harley, when we
Yeah,
worked
you said
together,
I
my
shaved.
beard was not long.
Just
Was
claim
it?
that you're Nordic or
Yeah,
something.
it was down to about my shirt line.
I found clips.
You expected this one to pay attention?
Yoda.
So, anyways,
There you go.
I love it. Yes, oh boy. So while Mr. Phil is doing Phil things, let's just go on in. See what happens.
Just reminds me of Peter Griffin now.
Lethea can go in first.
What? Go in and cast Shatter? Alright.
Yeah.
no, Lathier, we're not here to beat up or kill anybody. Not this time.
Oh, okay. It sounded like Mr. Gonto was asking me to go in and fuck things up.
No.
Literally the opposite.
When-
Literally the opposite.
Yeah, when he wants to take care of business, it's not the same kind of business you're thinking. He
Okay,
wants
you
to
know what?
actually go.
I'll just
You should-
just head in.
Probably articulate better, Gonto.
I lesson learned. And I
Really,
knock
he
on-
needs to be more
Is the door open?
descriptive.
Is the door open or is it closed?
He can articulate just fine, but the descriptiveness, like the use of adjectives and other words surrounding it to give us a better idea of what he's talking about, not his best skill.
That's mostly Chad.
He's very vague. It's okay. I said adjectives and I couldn't remember the other things that made up a sentence, so I had to roll into something
Adjectives.
else.
Adverbs.
Synonyms,
Antonyms.
pronouns.
The funny thing
Pantomime.
is Lathier understands that Chad or that Gonta is like what Gonta means. He's just choosing to like torture him because it's funny.
I'm going to go knock on the door.
Door, it's old, it's wooden, and it kind of just creaks open. Like
I
the
just
like
realized it took 10 minutes for us to just knock on the door because I'm looking at the timeline right now.
Actually,
It took us 10 minutes
13.
to knock on a,
And I'm like,
13
why are
minutes
you...
just to knock on a door.
I'd like
I
to
pushed
point-
Norvion through the door.
Ah! Pushes right past me.
Yeah, it just walks in. It's a store, right?
Norvion,
Yeah.
as you stumble in,
I just had for the bit.
as you stumble in and you're looking around, it looks very similar to the downstairs of Howl's Castle in Howl's Moving Castle. There's clutter everywhere. There's books and scrolls and all manner of potentially magical things. It's dark and it's creepy, but you don't see any bodies. There are no other beings in this room at the moment that you can tell.
All right, so Norvion
Elvish, I
pulls
see.
the head off the thing. Head, what can we expect from this place? This is
It's
part
just
of
head.
what was your kingdom.
It's just head.
You expect me to know every shop that was in the store or in the kingdom?
Not everyone, but just a little bit. Surely you
Nate,
at least
Facebook.
collected taxes.
As far as I know, this place doesn't stay solitary. It moves around.
Another one. Okay. This is going to be great.
Lathier's gonna look
Man.
at you and go, "What? It's a mobile business.
No shade. No shade, my friend. Like, I've
It's a
I'm starting
pop-up.
It's a pop-up. It's starting to become accustomed to me. I understand.
I mean, at least this one doesn't have chicken legs.
That's kind of a downside, honestly. I kind of got used to the chicken legs.
It might have turkey legs."
You don't know until you see him yet, so...
That's fair. That's fair. Well, is there like a bell or something? I don't know if I need to do a perception check. But I was gonna roll to see if I could find something to like get somebody's attention. Like one of the,
That
Thaumaturgy.
would,
Lathier's gonna do- I was just about to say thaumaturgy, loud bell noise.
and that would be actually an investigation check, Chad.
investigation.
Anyone
Starting off
else who
strong,
wants
boys.
to start looking around would be investigation as well.
That's a 9. Starting off strong.
Can I do like an Arcana check to see if there's like any magical items around?
And I'd like to do a liquor check.
That's still investigation, probably.
Investigation,
Yeah.
buddy.
Liquor, I barely know her.
Did
I
the
love you.
DM break?
No,
I
she's-
rolled a 4. I'm not finding
Okay.
anything.
Sorry,
I
I
rolled a
was
14.
okay.
Can
15.
can I Can I roll an Arcana to see for magical items?
Yes.
Yay.
Anyone, while Hero is rolling, what you get?
22.
You see, sitting on top of a large pile of books, a singular opalescent horn contained in a locked display case.
So
I'm just.
does anybody see a shopkeep anywhere around here?
Nate,
I'm looking for-
anyone
I'm
who
looking for
got
some kind
13 or above can see off in the far corner there does look like there is an unmoving shadowy figure.
I'm looking at counters to see if I can find like a bell or something, so I don't see it.
You don't see any bells, you don't see anything. However, the further in you move, you do feel the temperature drop.
I'm gonna look over at the shadowy figure and use thaumaturgy to magnify my voice and be like, "Hello over there."
I look right over at Lathier.
See, I thought this was gonna be one of those shops where you like leave something, take something, as long as it's of equal value, like magic. Like, have you seen those there?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I thought. Yeah, I feel like that would make sense, right?
Well, that's actually an interesting. Yeah, I like that.
Speaking of which, wonder what it would take to get this horn out of there.
I wouldn't touch that if I were you.
Call back to
You-
last episode.
Really need to calm
And
down, man.
And you know what? Just for the bit, Ganta, that voice comes from right behind your shoulder as the shadowy figure is no longer in the corner.
Put those down. You can't fight
Oh, hello.
anyways.
Hey, over there. Why can't I touch this?
This is what you see.
Okay.
There are two of them,
Oh.
and they look nearly identical, except one of their hats, the tip of one of their hats is sticking straight up. I just realized you can't see my hand. One of their hats is sticking straight up. The other is crooked and bent.
How attractive. I'm kidding.
Well, considering you fucked a swan, I don't
know
think
what
the
I'm about.
standards are very high.
Don't kink shame me. Kink shaming is my kink.
So why shouldn't I be looking or touching the magical beer funnel over there, or whatever that is?
Did you say beer funnel?
That's what it looks like.
It's a horn.
I guess anything's a beer funnel.
Very
Yeah. Have you never done a horny?
No, only a
You
shoe.
know, we would give those out at the Hoth every once in a while.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me with you there.
You give out at the heart.
Cool.
The Darkling
It tastes really well.
floats over as she picks up the display case. As she moves, it's not mortal. She's too smooth, almost as if the shadow that surrounds her is part of her.
Is that a shadow wraith?
Excuse me, Miss and Mrs.
Trinket.
Wait. Hello, Miss Trinket. Ganta Doma.
Right behind
imagine-
you, another voice says, Bobble.
Put your hands down.
Sorry.
He's not gonna learn.
One of these days. Hello, Miss Bubble. Pleasure. Ganta Doma. Am I to assume that you two are the owners of this establishment?
That would be our wonderful Mistress Charm, but we do keep a watch over it for her.
Okay, that's fair. I can't speak for everybody in the group, but you have a marvelous selection of items here. I do notice that our good friend over here, this red fella, is interested in that horn. Would there be something for a discussion for my friend here?
Hero, the longer you look at this unicorn horn, the more entranced you become. You have a lot of experience with magical creatures, given the adventures you've been on. Fake unicorn horns are incredibly easy to spot. And you're not sure that this one's fake.
Like, there's just something about it.
Would you like to see it, my dear?
Well, I mean, I can already see it.
You know what I mean. Don't be cute.
I wanted.
Oh, you're
His family never once called him that, so.
Bitch, I'm adorable.
We're all thinking it.
Just sassy. Like-
Bitch, I'm adorable. No, retract, comedy retract.
Comedy retract.
You know, it is part of my charm, though. No, I don't see a problem with looking at this.
Trinket, the one who called you cute. For your differentiation as well, Trinket has the crooked hat and Bauble has the hat that is standing straight up. Trinket very carefully picks up this box. She places it down, waves her hand, and a small key appears. As she opens this chest, the door swings, and you all find yourselves unable to look away. For future reference, attempting to do so will be a Constitution check.
I'm not gonna fight it. I'm learning new things.
This
I'm not
horde,
gonna look away from
the Constitution check, please. This horn, there's almost this light that emanates from it with swirling rainbow colors that surrounds it, even though there is no sound. Is that a 9? You fail.
There's a 45.
As the
You
lights
fail.
swirl around it, it almost seems to let off this magical thrum, even though you can't actually hear anything.
It is quite genuine, my boy.
Meanwhile, you just see the wrestlers just kind of slowly gather.
Oh,
stand up.
all right, all of you. Give me some space.
Sorry, mate, but it just honestly, this is pretty fantastic.
I mean, I don't see. This has its uses. I'm guessing you guys don't work on money, but trade.
Depends on whether you have something we want.
I mean,
With that aside, what would be a use for this?
Everything. Nothing. You could return it to the unicorn. Or a great number of other things if you can find someone willing to partake.
Ganta, I would like you to roll history.
Rolling history. Ooh, much better. Dirty 20.
This is not the first unicorn horn you've seen now that you're looking at it. You've never seen a whole one before. But you saw a powder, a white powder, that you now understand was unicorn horn that Tenenbaum had powderized. Tenebrand.
I mean, I've seen people also make weapons out of these before for magical weapons.
Out of curiosity, Miss Trinket, Miss Bubble, what would be the equivalent value? Is there something in particular you're looking for?
So which one of us are you speaking?
Well, I was just predominantly just gesturing to the both of you, since you're both employees here.
They are on either side of you now as you hear, alternating in each ear.
Choose. We need you to choose.
All right, stop playing with the poor boy. Trinket, come.
Is this another Fae?
It's all right, Ganta.
It has to be another Fae thing.
Trinket, what would you like for the unicorn horn?
Well, it has recently found its way into my possession. I would like the color from your eyes.
Okay, and with that, Mr. Hero, might I bring you? Can I please confer with my friend here, just to make sure that terms are substantiated?
For
My friend, come here. And I'll just kind of like gesture, keeping a bearing on the women. On the owners. And I'll just kind of like lean in, kind of like give like a little smile. The women. I'll kind of just give a smile, like obviously trying to be deceptive. I was like, yeah, everything's fine. We're just having a good time.
Go ahead and roll
Like,
deception.
smiles on face. Yep. Smiles on faces. That is not good. 13. So, like as I'm like giving thumbs up and just kind of like poking over, like, yeah, everything's fine. Comedically.
She does notice, but she is accustomed to people kind of freaking out a little bit when they hear what kinds of prices are asked.
So, Hero, I think that we should just try to stick with money if we can. If not, we should just get the fuck out of here.
Why do you say that?
Because we've already lost things and we're on this entire journey to find our things that were taken from us. Let's not lose more of our things.
I mean,
Unless
to be
it's just not
fair,
valuable to you, it's your choice, but still.
to be fair, I can't see the color of my eyes anyways.
That doesn't mean that everybody else can't. That doesn't mean that you should just give something up just because you can't see it. I can't taste anything. I don't want to give up my fucking cooking.
Yeah,
You
I would
guys
want to
were
give.
literally the ones that taught me that.
As this conversation is going on, Lathier, Azul, Norvion, what are you doing?
I'm gonna ask him, what can I get for these? And I'm gonna pull out some items I had.
Mm.
So I'm gonna
Which
pull out
ones?
a sprite skull covered in ink prints. And
Okay.
I'm also gonna pull out a flask of spectral glowworms that change with the mood the colder is.
Those are interesting.
I just want alcohol if I can.
We don't sell anything quite like that, little rabbit. However, there is that banquet tonight. I do believe Charm will be in attendance. I'm sure it will be flowing.
Gunter, we need stuff, right?
Hold on, Hero. We'll come back to that. Don't make any decisions yet.
I've got it covered. Don't worry.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll be attending. I'm actually gonna try my best at preparing the meal. What's up?
So, what items do we need? And then I'd like to see if I could parlay with these.
I'm going to. Yeah. Of course. That's actually why we're here. I'll pull out the ingredients list and I'll hand it to Miss Trinket.
Trinket skims it and sits in silence for a while as she is contemplating. As that is going on, Spencer, Nate, what are you guys doing?
They're just kind of sitting back. Go ahead.
Yeah. I'm just watching the scene unfold kind of cautiously as well.
Just to double check, does anyone apart from Lathier, because I know Lathier remember why we came here?
Yeah.
Ingredients
Yes.
for the banquet,
No.
as far as Ganta knows.
And
The book, the book of all the enemies. Remember?
Yeah, Bavlorna's book of
Yeah,
bad
you're the one who agreed to put it back.
It's been like 3 weeks, mate. Okay.
it's the longest 2 hours of my life.
Yeah.
Anderson, it's been a day, but it feels like years.
God, what is that from?
Housing.
Okay.
Bridge.
That's right. Table's yours. I'm just giving the ingredients. Does this? Would you happen to have these in stock?
We do.
It is for Miss Bavlorna.
Well, how nice.
I try.
I could part ways with one of these items for the things that the little bunny offers. However, they are relatively difficult to come by.
Alright, if we are bartering, I'm gonna pull out a horrible bag of baby teeth that I got before that I...
Jesus. All right.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, man. Oof.
Well, it's sweet that you want to help your friends, little elfling. For something like this, we would require the pain from your voice. Ganta Dormont.
I'm sorry. One more time. The pain of my what?
The pain from your voice.
The pain from my voice. Would I might have to roll. Would I even know what that meant?
No, you've got no clue. These, to give you context, these darklings are unlike anything you've come across in the Feywild so far. They are not trading in trinkets for the most part, as most others have. They're trading in something much less intangible.
Gotcha.
Yeah, could I roll nature, seeing as I am a fey creature?
Yes. What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to discern what these darklings are and like what their intentions and stuff are.
I'm just gonna keep running with the assumption that I don't fully understand what it is that they're wanting.
16 plus 4, 30, 20.
Dirty 20. Their intentions. You can't really tell what their overall intentions are. However, you feel no ill will towards you or your party.
Well, that's good.
As an added bonus, because that was a dirty 20, they're not Bavlorna's biggest fans. Anytime her name is brought up, you see a slight twitch of Trinket's nose and a very slight sneer on Bottle's lips.
I'm gonna gesture towards Trinket and go, psst.
What's that?
I was gonna say, who has the book?
Holding.
Latier's gonna look at Trinket and go, we're trying to get one over on Bavlorna so that we can get what we want without having to give her anything she wants. But to do that, we need to pull a good little heist. Would that be something you'd be interested in?
Now you do have my attention. You're a Ladrin, aren't you? Rather clever.
Guilty
bunch.
as charged.
And yes, I've essentially made these two void from last session because I just really loved being creepy. I
love
loved
Void
being
so
creepy.
much.
I knew that
I
was
love
happening.
Void so much.
I was like, this is familiar.
All right, gotcha, hero.
One DM, did you DM check your phone? Because just to double check, Gonta, you're the one carrying the book that we have to return, correct?
Yes.
As for your question, I'm going to say you don't know. You can try, but these are fake creatures, and when things are ambiguous like this, it's on purpose.
Yeah,
Talking
no,
about,
that's fine.
You talking about Bavlorna's book?
Yeah, you have Bavlorna's book, correct?
I didn't have it written down, but I think it was said that I took it.
It was either you or Phil.
We're gonna say you have it because we don't have a Phil.
Yeah,
So backtrack a little bit. Hey, Mr. Phil, you go and handle your construction things. Just hand me the important things, and we'll go take care of stuff. And he's like, "Oh, here you go."
I had already messaged Lathier. I was already prepared because Phil is not here today, because we love Remus and Remus is sick. He's a poor healing baby boy. I gave it to Lathier.
Okay.
So Lathier is in canonic possession of the book.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Cool. Makes it super easy for me. So yeah, everything that you had just said, I would imagine it's retracted because I don't actually have the book.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna make a deal. I forget. Are we trying to get the book? Where are we trying to get the book back to? Back in Bavlorna's room, or
You were trying to get it. You were trying to hide it in this shop. You were trying to put it in this shop because it was stolen from Bavlorna by King Gullop, but he doesn't want Bavlorna to know that he was the culprit.
Yeah.
He knows it's missing. She doesn't know who took it.
We don't want her to have it. You tried to inscribe on it and it wouldn't work, but we don't want her to have it because her sister's Cabatha.
Oh, he doesn't care if she has it or not. He just doesn't want her to know that he's the one that took it.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I was gonna say, I think my message, I think my what's it called went through. I forgot what I said on it, but my illusory script.
Fart.
No, I forgot what I did, but we'll have to check back for that. All right, I'm gonna walk up.
I'll know when I edit.
I'm gonna walk back up to Lathier and what's her name? Trinket. And be like, Lathier, how much do you trust me to make a deal in the Feywild?
You? But it's your funeral, so if you feel like you've got the stones for it, I'll back you.
You'll bet. You okay? You okay? Letting go of the book?
Which one? I have a few.
The one we're supposed to be getting rid of, anyways.
Quietly,
Which one?
are you
I have
speaking?
a few.
The alliteration book.
I'm not speaking very quiet. I'm not speaking
quietly.
Yeah.
Pretty loud.
Okay, so just because Lathier had already called, Trinket over, you're talking very quietly, but Trinket can still hear you as she's just kind of kept including herself in the huddle.
That's fine.
Trinket, would you like to make a deal for a book?
Depends on the book, Eladrin.
It's Bavlorna's book. Of all her little trixies.
Let me see.
I'm going to pull it very slightly out of my pack, but I'm not going to pull the whole thing out.
You just have to see like the scan or whatever it was.
More? Little Eladrin. I do need to make sure that it's not counterfeit.
Oh, none of us in this shop are skilled enough to fake that.
Then pull it out.
Wouldn't be the first time this party's heard that this month. You know, my friend over there fucked a swan, and I'm gonna fully pull out.
I have no regrets. Nothing.
So you are, as they call it, the Feather King.
The Feather King. I love it.
I'll pull out Featherine's Featherfall feather that I got from her. It's like, guilty as charged.
We call him Pickles.
I guess we got 2 kings in the group. Look at that.
I'd
And
stay.
I'm gonna pull out the carnival crown. Just look at that.
Oh, congratulations, my lord.
Two
That
kings, a banished prince, and a queen, and I'm gonna be like, "Where's Phil?"
He's better at this than we are.
as
But I'm gonna open the book for her so that she can look at it.
Trinket flips a couple pages. Well, you weren't quite honest. This does not hold Bavlorna's tricks, but it is still very valuable. As you open the book, Trinket runs her fingers along the page. This is not Bavlorna's Book of Tricks, little Eladrin. However, it is still rather valuable. Tell me, what are you looking for? John, you feel a cold wind breeze by you as Bauble has moved over and taken up station next to the unicorn horn. It is very obvious they do not want to leave this unguarded.
Hey, by the way, turn your gain down just a little bit.
Yeah, every once in a while you'll see
Okay.
Bonza just kind of like side-eyeing that horn.
I'd say he's horny.
Um,
Like, just kind of look over at Hero and go, "What are you looking for here specifically?"
I mean, I was thinking this. If we did the book plus some, shut up. I'm allowed to be relaxed while playing D&D.
I like how it's weird.
Relax.
He's telling
Move your
you to
chair
go
relax.
off camera.
There you go.
Well, no, the camera keeps twisting for some reason.
Oh,
Whatever.
Gotcha.
I need to tighten it down. But either way, you know, I figured the book plus, you know, we could talk about possibly the eye colors, but you know, I figured those 2 things together could get us all the food and everything that we wanted, along with maybe that unicorn horn over there.
For that,
As a curiosity, oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I would trade the book for the horn.
Yeah, but we need the food too.
Well, then you better find something else as well.
Out
You've
of
got a
curiosity,
talking head of the previous king of this area.
That's a good play.
There
That's a
are
good play.
talking heads
No, you
everywhere, little Eladrin.
Out of
Please,
curiosity,
please.
Can I do a?
She
perception
will
or
look over to
investigation?
see which head it is, and you hear Bobble like kind of scoff and go, "It's not even one of the good ones."
Like a different one, I can come back with more heads.
Oh wait, baby teeth and now heads, Norvion? What are we doing?
I'm starting to sense a theme here, bud.
Are you a serial killer?
Serial scavenger, more like it.
I like it.
That's why you and Click Clack get along. Speaking of which, where's the little bastard?
I have a very serious question, Spencer. Serial means 3. So what else are you hiding? Because you're only at 2.
To be fair, he took a charm off of a dead, a charm and a sword off of a dead elf warrior. So he's at 4.
Well, I
If
mean,
If somebody's dead, he's taking
I
something
don't
from
think
it.
He was
If something's
handed
dead or
a
close-
charm and a sword by
Oh, no.
by an animated suit
Oh,
of
he
armor.
took the sword.
By an
took the
animated
sword.
suit of armor, not a body.
Well, I guess
What
I'm
do you
not
think-
serial
what do you
yet.
think-
I have to start collecting more garbage.
The
You're a
body.
prince,
There was a
what's going
body.
on?
There was a body in there originally. I'd like to point out.
No, there wasn't.
Lather's gonna pull out of his bag an opalescent conch and be like, "What about this for some of the food?" It literally laughs whenever you hold it to your ear.
Adorable, but these, while entertaining, are not items that are terribly difficult to come by.
Okay, one more item out of the bag, and I will pull out the piano key made from a satyr's horn.
Oh
I
my
don't
God.
think you wonderful boys quite understand what we deal in here. Your physical
please,
items are of no value, with the exception of that book.
Please don't
wonder-
loop me in with them.
They just
Please
want
don't.
things. They want things from us, not things that we have.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Side note,
We do-
DM, can I do like a quick perception or investigation, see if there's anything else of note that might be of interest?
So, I mean, you originally said my eye color for the horn, but now we're doing the book for the horn, hopefully. So, he has a list of food that we need for the party. What do you want in exchange for that?
Pain in his voice. That is a 14.
14.
Most stuff, no matter how much they talk, is
The same garbage we're trying to sell them
the
already.
same garbage you're trying to sell them already. With
Well, no, I was
the
looking if
exception,
there are other things.
with the exception of the Moonlight Monocle. Chad, this is a magical item with the same properties of the Goggles of Night.
Gotcha.
It's not exactly the same stuff, but it mostly looks like they've got things like Bumble Beer, which is a non-alcoholic beer made from honey, kind of like a non-alcoholic mead. They've got bits of food, bits of wood, portraits, thimbles. It looks like a hoarder's house the more you look at it.
But the only thing of note would be the so far the horn and the moonlight monocle.
Correct.
Gotcha.
I want
Okay, but
the pain in his voice.
okay, well, I can't make a trade for what his things. I
Then
got
convince him, as he's
like
the one who
that's
needs
his
the
choice.
items.
But
I'm kind of looking around. I'm hearing everything, but I'm kind of like intentionally trying not to pay attention because they're talking about taking something from me. You guys can see me. You've seen me enough. I'm objectively trying to just be like, oh, it's whatever. But I'm like, no.
Okay.
Meander over towards the moonlight monocle.
I give you a boon on behalf of Granny Hill.
Now you figured out how to play the game. Let's
And
talk.
remind me the pain in my voice. That was for the
no, that's for the food.
That's for all three ingredients, the pain in your voice.
Gotcha. I'll look over at Hero and Azul. We have to be able to deal with Bavlorna, and which means we need to get close, which means we need to do this fucking banquet.
Has anyone been paying attention to Click-Clack?
I asked where the fucker was, and nobody.
Oh.
You didn't say.
Yeah, you don't currently see her, but you do see tiny little footprints in the dust heading
That's
behind the counter.
Norvion. Can you go? Oh, he just left. All right.
He went to go get Click-Clack.
Yeah.
Can somebody go get?
Click-Clack.
It's
Can
canon.
somebody? She's gonna dig through something. Can somebody go get her?
Yeah, and then Norvion goes to do it.
Yep. Cool.
So
It'll be funny when it comes back without her.
All right. Now here. How about this?
because if we don't do this, we're pretty much screwed.
Yeah. Why don't we do? How about
I've
this?
already offered something for it.
The boon?
Contemplating. Yep.
Are they? Yeah. is the boon worth it?
Yeah.
Well, no, I mean that's the
No.
DM. I'm waiting for the DM to decide on that one.
What's
Did you
that-
find Click
what does that
Clack?
mean? Yeah, we were like, "Where's Click Clack?" Click Clack walks behind the counter. Literally, Hero was like, "Hey, Norvion," and then Spencer got up. So we made
Yeah,
a canon
sorry.
that you went to go.
Sorry
check-
about
you went to
that.
go check- No,
We
you're
can't
good.
Oh no, you're good. It was perfect. I was like,
Yeah.
"Hey, Norvion, can you go get?" And you were just like walking away on screen, and I was
So
like,
we canonized you.
All
Going
right.
to go and get Click.
Yeah.
so Norvion's just like holding Click Clack in his arms like a stuffed animal, I guess.
No, but as you do look around, you just see the little footprints in the dust.
Oh no, Norvion went and got her.
We canonized it.
You canonized
said-
it.
We sent Norvion to go get her. What happens after that?
Yeah,
Is
what happened? Was I successful?
There are footprints
What
leading.
am I holding if it is not Click Clack?
There are
It's
footprints
just a fairy
leading
dragon stuffed animal.
behind the counter.
Oh, no.
In order to go get her, you would have to sneak past both Darklings.
Okay, you're telling me the barbarian can sneak past both the darklings?
She's also 2 feet tall.
She's 2 feet tall.
I'm going to assume they seem pretty preoccupied with making a deal now that Lather just offered them something they have. So
They are both
I'll take
paying very rapt attention at the mention of Granny Elm.
Okay, so I'll take my. Do I have to roll? I'll
Yes,
take
you
my
do.
chances.
Advantage.
Okay, what am I rolling for?
Stealth check.
Stealth.
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 Is us getting their attention enough to give him advantage?
Yes, it
I
is.
could give him guidance.
That is an
Cool.
assist.
Yay!
So roll again, Norvion. Take the higher.
Roll
Again?
2
Okay.
d20s, take the highest roll.
Ooh,
Sorry,
okay,
Dave, are you
so
eating a
first
warhead?
one- First one was a 9. Second one was a 14.
There you
Plus,
go.
I'm eating
Plus
one of those
stealth.
cream saver things.
Yep, plus stealth.
What's your stealth modifier?
Oh, that was with the +1 modifier. Yeah.
Gotcha. So
Okay.
14.
Yes.
Passive perception is 15.
Oh no.
Hey, what are you doing over there?
What are you
Would
doing?
you like to take a fake curse, or would you like to let it sit?
Let's take a fake curse. They were fun the last few times.
Giving me more
Maybe
work.
he'll fall in love with Chad this time.
Maybe. And timestamp for me.
Timestamp, an hour 45 seconds.
You know, this is one of those times where it's like, man, it's been an hour and 45 minutes. I feel like we haven't gotten that much done.
It's an hour and 45 seconds.
We have
45 seconds.
anime filler
We still haven't got
arc
shit done.
pacing. We just, like 10 minutes of
ADHD.
action in an hour.
Roll a d1 hundo, buddy.
All right.
Go ahead and re-roll your d20 first.
Oh, okay. That
With
would make
advantage, so roll it twice.
Yep, full do-over.
Two ones.
sense. Well, it did not work. I rolled another 13 plus 1, so.
Oh no.
As this is a do-over, do we have anyone that has anything to aid him?
I can give him guidance.
Okay,
Yeah,
that
I
is
was about
another
to say,
D4, Spencer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Okay.
can.
Ventura was, in all actuality, you can rewind
Oh,
the
hold
tape.
on one
Ventura was
second.
literally saying guidance.
I'll be right
Yeah,
back.
he was trying to do guidance, but he didn't get it off in time. So, but I can do guidance without being close to him. So, just across the room, just zip.
Zip, 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 zip. So, lovely weather we're having today, guys.
You're a bitch.
I love your wiener.
I mean, I know I've told a couple of you, but Ventura and Nate, have you heard what my new canon for Void is?
No.
No. Oh,
Chad, what are the
yeah,
two
yeah.
things you've said?
I know.
One of them. Are you talking about when we did the one shot? One of them was it was what's the word I'm looking for?
Implied?
It was hinted that
And by
Brom
hinted,
Christian
Chad
Void.
basically came out and just said it straight.
Well, I was making it as like just a play on words, and then just me and you had like that natural mind link. We're like, yeah, we're gonna make this real.
This is happening.
So it was, yep, this is happening. So it was hinted that Bromtis and Void had sex, and then I think the other thing was
Chad has stated
whenever
that
Void
seeing my titties would actively ruin our friendship.
in real life, 100%. Yeah.
So canonically now, whenever Void takes off her shirt, it's just a Sims sensor bar.
Oh,
It's
I guess
great. And I love
pasties.
it.
No, not even pasties. It is a floating black Sims sensor bar. No one can figure out how it happens. She just
It's just
cackles
magical.
every time it does.
Yeah,
She
and
casts
apparently
woohoo.
and that's
Yeah,
Bromtis'
cast
thing.
woohoo.
Bromtis likes it. He's all for it, apparently. He's all like, he loves her fucking dredging and the
Okay.
cackling and the hair waving. He loves it.
So you got a 17 total. That is enough.
Wait.
Yeah.
Yay.
Now I'm rolling for the curse, right?
Now roll the D100, yes. You successfully sneak back.
We're gonna spend 4 hours.
28.
20? Perfect.
No, 28.
28. 28. Perfect.
To be fair, we spent a lot of times doing a little bit of things all the time.
Yeah.
This is a boring one. Reroll it.
Okay.
It's the shadowy looming figures one, and we've got 2 darklings. So
Yeah, I think we've had that one before too.
yeah, Phil had it.
Yeah, because he was
Yeah.
always just looking.
5.
Yeah.
Bye.
Remember, we still have deal with the devils. I think me and John still have one each, but that's still an option. It's an automatic success.
Yeah.
It's an automatic failure. You already used your successes.
No, I'm saying
No, they can use it
Oh,
for an
yes.
automatic success.
If
Yeah.
you guys would like automatic
Yeah.
successes, you can deal with the devil. Does everyone remember what a deal with the devil is?
Yes.
You get a 20 now for a 1 later.
Oh yeah, she could choose.
As you, Norvion, are perusing, you're trying to just keep your head down, move very quietly. You're following the tiny little footprints, and you see the little tail. She's wedged herself. She's obviously digging for something. As you become incredibly aware of your tongue.
Yes.
There it is.
Oh no.
So while that's happening,
What's going on with the Granny Elm thing?
yep.
I do need to ask, little Eladrin. How can you offer me such a thing?
Lathier is going to look around at the rest of you and go, I'm of her blood and she is of my power.
A warlock? How quaint. I didn't think she'd made a new warlock in centuries. You must be
To be fair,
very
that's an
special.
accurate representation. It's been about 100 years.
Plural, darling.
I'm
Well.
aware.
I could accept the boon and the book.
Oh, you get the boon or the book. You don't get both at this
Or-
point.
For the horn and the ingredients.
I'm going to look at the other 2 chuckleheads and be like, why do you want the horn so bad?
I can't speak for Hero, but I do know that that is a very fine ingredient, and it does.
It is also
Have-
morally reprehensible to separate a horn and a unicorn.
Yeah, that's why Lathier doesn't want it. He's like,
They
he's
can
like,
be
"This is
they
bullshit."
can be rejoined, but you would need to be in physical possession of the horn in order to
But-
rejoin them.
Honestly, it kind of sounds like just
Lathe,
maybe like if we happen to just run into a unicorn without a horn, just slap it on there.
Fight us?
Well, I've seen a horse before.
Yeah. Like, is a unicorn without a horse? Is it just a horse, right?
Probably.
Entirely different. It's a celestial creature.
Look, Lathier. I wasn't asked. You can do the book for the ingredients. I'm fine with that. I was trying to make a deal, and everybody else just started jumping in.
Well, I was just curious.
And that's
because
how we ended up here.
I've seen horns
We
like
have
that
lost
used in
enough as
ingredients before.
We have lost enough as a party. We don't need to be offering any more.
Thank you.
We already lost. We already lost Phil.
We lose Phil on a daily basis. That doesn't bother me anymore. Look,
as a matter of fact, I offer you the boon and Phil in exchange for the horn and the ingredients.
You cannot give away Phil. He's not here to agree. You know the rules. I barely know the rules.
Yeah.
Excuse
I
me.
barely know the rules, and I know that's a lot.
Miss Trinket, Miss Bubble, counter offer.
Why are you okay?
My lord.
I just need the ingredients. Can I offer you some magic items that I own?
As I've said,
I know it's not really your forte. You want intangible things, but we're just trying to speed this along a little bit.
of course, gone to dormant. Perhaps we should do you a favor then. For the ingredients and the horn, we will take the book and your name. What's the
Ganta.
last one?
Don't.
Yeah, I think the ingredients are fine, at least coming from me.
Mr.
I rather
Ganta,
like my name. Yes?
how badly do we need the ingredients?
Oh, well, we've been in here for over an hour and we still don't have them. And I
Look,
don't want any of us getting rid of things. So,
I
Look.
think we need the ingredient. My tongue feels weird.
I
But...
just remembered.
I thought he was eating, right? Yeah, he thought he was like,
I did too.
Oh, that's brilliant!
That's good.
Not the horn.
Look. Okay. Everybody.
It's not about choice. We just take the ingredients and leave, or we give shit
I
up.
wouldn't recommend that if I were you.
Not take the ingredients. I meant trade. Excuse me. We trade for the
You
ingredients
have
and then
to
just get
detail
out.
your words.
Oh my.
I definitely
This
do.
is such. Look. Okay.
Here you feel a tugging on about the knee of your pants. You look down and you see click clack.
I'm gonna look at.
She's going
Yes,
to whisper
little one.
something in your ear.
Look. I don't need anybody else. If I want to give something up for this goddamn horn, I can make that choice.
You know what? I'm not even gonna.
Nobody else needs to jump in.
We're
We're
not
gonna.
fight you anymore about it.
Well-
You're a big boy. You
Well,
clearly
you-
know what you're doing. I completely
Well, you-
disagree because we just went through this whole ordeal about making sure we don't give up more shit and hurt ourselves even more.
Yeah. If we do the book for the ingredients, and I'll leave y'all to do whatever you want to do after that. We have that agreement, right? Book for the ingredients. Are we good to go?
I'm just more worried about the pain
Yeah.
in my tongue. It can't be a good thing. Or pain in my voice, excuse me.
Yeah. Are we good with the book for the ingredients? Trinker?
We don't want the book to go back. So I'm actually on board with that.
Yeah.
The further
Book
away
for
from
the
that horn,
ingredients.
the better.
As she finishes whispering, she's looking up at you, Lathier, for approval.
I swear.
He gives her a thumbs up.
Yeah,
Are you all are still arguing?
No, I'm
Kinda.
trying to make a deal.
I'm you know what? I'm actually right there with Hero when it comes to the book. We don't want Bavlorna to have it. Further away, the better. So I say book for ingredients.
I've been trying to make a deal for like 30 minutes and everyone just keeps jumping in trying to make a deal on top of me.
Your shit, mate.
Ganta.
Memory.
The art
No, I'm just
of
kidding.
the deal.
Retract.
Ganta.
Yes.
3 small packages are placed in your hand. And Hero, you are handed the unicorn horn wrapped.
Okay.
What did it cost?
Yeah, that's what I'd like to know, because I had a
Hero.
plan this entire time I've been trying to fucking do. And I
look at
feel like I
Hero.
just
Are
got
his
walked
eyes-
around.
I look at Hero. Are his eyes still the same color?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh
Do
my
I?
God.
I'm going to intentionally not look down. I'm not going to look at my hands because I'm terrified of what they are.
Okay, what happened?
You see Bobble mindlessly flipping through the book and giggling to herself. They're not paying attention at this point. You've paid, and you are no longer customers. They don't care.
Good. I'm gonna burn their store down.
Well, before you do that,
Wait. What
What?
happened?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Investigation.
I'm about to lose my shit.
Fuck.
18.
Nope.
18 as well.
10.
Lather, you don't
17.
count because you know what happened.
17.
I think I'll have to roll at a disadvantage because I am obsessed with my tongue. So
Do you want to roll a disadvantage? I will let you roll a
distracted.
disadvantage.
That's
You're
fucking
just
roleplay,
distracted.
brother.
I rolled a 2.
I roll that too.
I rolled a big for 2.
Number
It's
Number 2, my
Hodor! 15 or above?
Yes.
As you're looking around, you don't really see anything different. Except for Click-Clack staring at the floor as she walks out of Bobble, Trinket, and Charms.
Lather's gonna walk after
Like the what?
her.
What is
Take your
happening?
packages.
I
Come on, let's go back. We got
I
stuff we
swear
gotta
to
get
fuck.
done.
I look at my metaphorical fantasy watch.
Click-Clack's staring at the ground the entire time, by the way. I'm not sure if I mentioned that. I meant to.
yeah.
I'm gonna get down on her level, give her a last little bit of cookie, and go, we'll get it back for you.
What?
Come on, little
As
one.
she-
I don't notice.
Ganta, as you see the cookie, you see her eyes light up. Except they don't. Staring back at you is just a gray void, as the bright yellow of her eyes is no longer present.
I'm.
Say,
Mm.
How did that just?
I immediately look at Hero and I kind of give him the side.
Oh no,
Right.
Hero's pissed to the fucking high heavens right now.
I'm with you. I'm like, are we doing this kind of look?
No, I mean he's pissed at both parties. He is pissed at like. Hero looks at Click Clack, looks back at the building, erupts in flame, and is doing. You can.
What's your
not
AoE
even-
damage?
It's 1d4 fire damage for anybody within 5 feet of me. That's fine. Nobody's
How
that close.
far are you from how far are you from the wicker basket shop?
We're outside. I don't know. That's a DM
Close
call right
enough.
there.
Yeah,
Close
I would
enough.
imagine it would probably like
Well,
collectively.
Look,
probably the big
if you're gonna give me the option to murk these motherfuckers and get her eyes, well, I can't get her color back.
I didn't say that.
I would imagine it would probably been 15, 20 feet by the time we looked down.
Yeah,
So,
we would have
Okay.
been,
Um,
but
not to break the game or meta. It's just trying to be realistic.
no, yeah, we would have. But you can easily tell on Hero's face that he is doing his best to avoid yelling at Click Clack at this moment. And Hero's gonna turn around and walk back towards the shop.
Hero, don't do it. It's not worth it right now. We got other shit.
I'm not fucking dealing with either of you right now.
You only
I'm
have
going to-
we've got less than 4 hours until the banquet. We gotta get this stuff to the cook, or else Miss Bavlorna's gonna be mad.
I'm going to pick up Click-Clack.
She's about 20 pounds. You pick her up pretty easily.
You're gonna see Hero whip his head over towards Click-Clack and just bite his tongue.
I know you're mad at me, I can see it, but I need you guys to understand.
Hush,
Lathier
little one.
and I
I
have
just-
been.
You just
The last bit of sweets that I have, I just hush, little one, hush.
One, by the way,
It's
I'm
okay.
glad you. I thought you were gonna say her taste for a second, and I was about to be like, "Oh fuck."
Yeah,
But-
no, I hold her, and then because I'm picking up what she's doing. Like, I'm still an adult. Like, I'm a 26-year-old man. I just don't understand face stuff. But I know what a crying child looks like. Pick her up. Hush. It's all right. And I just give her the last bit of sweets I have. And I walk in Lathier's direction.
Hero's gonna look between the shack and between everybody and just cool off to below his normal temperature and just be like, fuck it. Just throw his hands up. Like, nobody else seems to care, it's fine, and walks off.
Hero, if you think we're not coming back, you don't know me that as well as you think you do.
We
I'll
didn't
look-
need.
I'll look right at Lathier, and you'll just see like this, just a little bit of steam come out of my mouth. Like, yep.
Quick Clack
He's in it.
Hold on
starts.
one second, everybody. Is this not a mobile shop? Are we positive that we can come back later?
Even if it is mobile, we'll find it. And Hero, you'll be able to do what you were built to do.
You didn't need this to happen in the first place.
It happened.
Are you still
This is the
holding
thing that
Click
I was
Clack?
trying. I am.
She's starting to squirm.
This is the thing that I'll put her down. This is the thing that I was trying to stop, and it happened.
Yes, this was the thing I was trying to avoid as well.
Yeah, by you
But
taking
no-
her place.
Fey
What
deals.
is that?
Oh my lord, Fey deals can be worked around.
Not
They
very
play
easy.
game. They play games. You can play games too. We've done it already on this adventure that we've been on.
And then Azul's just gonna be like, enough with the bickering. You're giving me a headache.
You always have a
done.
headache.
What's done is done. No, I'm drunk. I don't have a headache. What's done is done. No, we can only move forward from here.
Lathia.
Lathier's
Just
already
kill
walking.
Okay.
You can speak while we walk. We only have X amount of time.
I'll look at the packages.
They're heavy. You're very unfamiliar with these items, but one of them feels like meat. One of them feels like some kind of root, and one of them is obviously a insulated jar. You're not sure what's in it. It's not see-through. You can't see what's in it, but it's some form of a liquid.
Would I would have to imagine, because we came here for 3 things. I now have 3 things. They look like ingredients. Would I be able to discern that these are the things we're looking for?
Yes.
I'll walk past Click-Clack, because I know she's squirming. I'll walk past her. Hopefully she's still nibbling.
Oh no,
I'll give her a
she's.
little pet.
You look down. She's not there anymore. She's started to walk. She and Lathier are walking almost side by side, and Click Clack looks pissed.
I'm gonna walk over to Lathier. For future knowledge, since you seem to be the expert, does killing the pack leader restore what was any breaks any kind of deals or anything?
The pack leader? What do you mean?
Your grandmother, for example, she gave you your powers, correct?
Yes.
If something God forbid, I don't want anything bad happening to your grandmother. But if something were to happen to her, would that stop you from having your powers?
Technically, the powers are mine now at this point. She could take them away if she truly wanted to. But they're essentially a part of me now. If something were to kill her, I don't know. Frankly, it's never been done.
So it's hard to discern if we were to actually do something with Trinket and Bubble that Click-Clack would get her color back.
Nate, Facebook.
Yeah, I'm reading it right now. Lather's gonna kind of like look off in the distance thoughtfully for a little bit and then go, most of the time when a Fae takes something from you, they don't usually keep it on them. You'd have to track it down where they leave it. The terms of my agreement with Granny Elm are servitude. So she has the concept of my freedom in a location. And it varies. It varies. As far as I knew, if Granny Elm hadn't given me my power, I probably would have reached out to something else. Probably something a little more insidious. But luckily I got the friends and family discount.
So would you say that your terms actually worked in your favor?
Ganta?
To an extent.
Roll history.
17 plus 2, 19.
You flash back to how small and helpless Lathier looked in the dream when Granny Elm showed up.
Okay. Probably a conversation for another day.
Lather's gonna pull you close real quick and be like, I know you're being helpful, but just remember that Click-Clack is a grown person amongst her species. And as much as she has childlike tendencies, we gotta remember that she is a person, a fully grown person in her species.
I apologize.
I forget sometimes too. Don't worry about it. She's adorable. Look at that face.
Yeah. I'll
As
look
you
at
look
her,
down, she has not stopped walking, and she's actually surprisingly fast for someone with these tiny little legs.
Yeah, but we're walking and talking, so.
You are.
Yeah, it's a little bit slower.
And Click-Clack sped up as Ganta approached.
Mate,
She's
you're
being
right.
huffy. She just needs to hit something and she'll be fine.
Yeah, and you're right, mate. I got a little carried away. Where I come from, if you're small, it usually means you're young. We don't really have
Lather's gonna
fey
pat your cheek.
mystical drag.
Oh,
We don't really
little
have
Fluffy,
fey.
you are young.
We really don't have fey mystical dragons where I come from.
She's probably about the same age as you, relatively speaking.
Yeah, we don't have that where I'm from. So
You have
gotta
gnomes.
admit, we do have gnomes, but objectively, all the gnomes look like they're 85.
Are y'all a senior community for gnomes? Is that
I
what
wouldn't
the Harlequin's Hearth is?
I wouldn't say.
Are you a retirement home?
We have had instances of extended visits for the elderly traveling adventurers when they get like the 20th reunions.
Lather's just gonna kind of like look at you and go, you know, gnomes live to be about 700 years old, right? So if you've got some that are looking in their 80s, Those suckers
that's
are like
still-
600, 700 years old.
Hey,
They
Facebook.
look like they're 80 every time. With that aside, I need to go and make this right. You're absolutely right. I messed up, and I'll let other people do some role play. I'm going to increase my pace and try to work my way up to Click Clack, so that way other people can do things.
So as Ganta is half sprinting, trying to catch up with this tiny little fucking fairy dragon. It's that meme where like one speeds up and the other speeds up until they're just full on fucking booking it down this
Get your ass back here!
Ganta is not helping his own case.
Comedy regret.
Let me love you.
Let me help. All right, table's yours.
So we've got Hero, Norvion, Azul, and Lathier.
Mm-hmm.
Click Clack has stormed off. Ganta has followed. What's going on?
Hero's bringing up the rear of the party, just too pissed to speak. He's just gonna trying to calm down quietly, like a cold rage, walk behind everybody.
Okay.
Bless you.
Chad, Facebook.
Lathia's
What is
gonna
this
walk
doing?
over-
Why are, you
Norvion.
sending, why are you sending me a dick pic? Jesus.
Because you
Lathia's gonna
needed
walk
to
over
see
to
Because
mine.
it's bigger than yours.
I do.
So Azul
Sorry,
and
Nate,
be
what?
like, are all mortal races like this? Is this always a thing?
It's more often than not.
This is exhausting.
I'm not mortal.
Tell me about it.
You are.
I'm mortal. I'm
Mortal
not.
in the context.
You're just a bitch.
I was gonna say Jajasis are not mortal.
Your life expectancy is 250. It's fine.
Yeah.
Sit down, small child.
Yeah.
I had that, bitch.
Shut up. 80 years. 80 years on a good life.
Yeah, this is why I get the constant headaches.
More drugs if you want them.
Oh, I would love some right now.
I'm gonna give you the last 2 hallucinogenic mushrooms I have.
And then while you're doing that, I'm gonna go into like a talk. I'm like, they just don't understand that Click Clack's her own person. She can make her own decisions. We have to respect them.
I think everybody was very caught up in trying to help each other instead of helping the group as a whole.
I think it was
But-
the fear of losing more.
I don't have anything left to lose, except for owing my grandma more servitude, which I'm signed on for the next 500 years anyways.
Yeah. Good luck with that, bud.
I mean, if I want to get
Wait,
more
can I
power,
hear you?
more magic, that's what I gotta deal with.
Can I hear you guys?
Oh yeah, I'm actually being
Oh.
obnoxiously loud about it.
I'm also not quiet. I'm just talking.
Just okay.
Okay. And as you're walking,
Lathier
you
is stage whispering.
you Yeah. Theater kids. As we
Come on.
reach the
Look
fork in
at
the
how
wood.
Lather's act. Look at how Lather's acted and tell me he's not a theater kid.
Because you're a fucking theater kid. I don't know if we've even had that conversation. I can tell you you're a goddamn theater
He's a
kid.
goddamn thespian.
As someone
Yeah,
who
tell
was
them.
legitimately a thespian and graduated with honors from the International Thespian Society, there's so many lesbian jokes.
Chad, I'm
All
sorry.
right. What?
As your group comes up to the fork in the road, one branch going towards the palace, one branch going towards Morgo's prison, you notice that Ganta is still trying to catch up with Click Clack as they are headed back towards the palace, presumably to drop off the ingredients to what's his face? Lackley.
So I'm gonna kick up my pace and click clack. Stop for a second. Get it? You're pissed. You're mad. I understand that. It's my fault. Just stop and talk.
She stops but doesn't say anything.
Okay. I was wrong. All right. It's hard for me to admit, but I was wrong.
Wrong for what?
Treating you like a child. You're not a child. I'm not gonna ask you to forgive me. I'm not used to whimsical, sparkly, fancy dragons, and I'm not used to things being only up to my kneecaps, being older than me, outside of something like a gnome or a dwarf. And
She slowly closes her eyes, and you find it difficult to look away as she blinks. There's no pupil. It's just flat gray.
I wish you would have said something first.
None of you could
I know
agree.
you were trying to do what...
I don't think you all
Well-
understand.
I don't understand. And that's what scares me the most, is I don't know what I don't know. I don't want to see any more loss. We've already... We all saw what happened in the dream. We all saw what happened in the carnival. We all saw what happened before the carnival.
I don't know what carnival
just
you're
keep getting
talking
taken from us,
about,
and I'm-
but why don't you sit down and listen for a minute? Because you've been doing a lot of talking, Dormant.
I will plop.
2 inches of fury.
Yeah, I'll plop. I'm just gonna plop.
Jesus.
I'm gonna show her the respect that I can give her, and I'm gonna plop.
We don't have a lot of friends. I don't know if you figured that out or not, but I don't. Chef Gordon. And you know what? I never really learned his name. I just called him the owner, but he always called me sweetheart, so I figured he was a friend too. He went missing. I don't know where he went. And you saw what they did to Chef Gordon. They're the only people, apart from Lathier, who's ever given a shit about me. Look around. We're in a swamp. Can't get out. Nothing can. Ever since Bavlorna came into power, everyone has been living in fear. People like me get stepped on, whether it be by Harengon, bullywugs, or whoever happens to be passing through. So no, Ganta, you don't understand what it's like to lose everything. You still have your freedom. You can still figure out how to leave. For 50 years, I have been trying to figure out how to get back to the Autumn Court. But I can't. So maybe, instead of arguing and cramming cookies in my mouth when I'm trying to explain exactly how dangerous Bavlorna is to you, you should sit down and listen. Because there's some people who've been losing things for longer than you've been alive.
And she's just gonna turn around and keep walking.
I'm gonna stand up, pat the dirt off.
Later's gonna come up behind you and clap your shoulder and go,
Same.
I'm gonna call out. You know, for someone as old as you are pretty dumb to think that you don't have friends and people that actually genuinely want to make you better.
Enlighten me. Because so far you've done nothing but treat me like a child.
And now I'm going to treat you like an adult, which is what you want.
Basic respect.
Now that I know, let me give you that respect. You're dumb to think that we are not here for you. The whole purpose of us coming here was to fix this land's problems,
No.
which coincidentally partially fixes your problems. You have Lathier here, who's going to bend over backwards for you.
And see, that's it. That's just it, Ganta. You're right, Lathier would. Lathier's been the only person to talk to me other than Chef Gordon, and Chef Gordon would only talk to me, when I was in his kitchen. You said it yourself. It happens to coincide. Instead, you lost your taste. That's what you're here to get back. I just also happen to benefit. Don't mistake that for care.
I can try to get my taste back by myself. Instead, I'm choosing to put my faith and my trust in these complete fucking idiots.
That's gonna get a very small smile out of her.
Oh god.
These complete fucking idiots who are now becoming my friends. People that I have to depend on. Who just informed me, with you standing there by my side, to have your trust in me. Was that a lie?
If I didn't
It
trust
goes
you,
both ways.
if I didn't trust you, I wouldn't have given up what I did.
That's my point. You didn't have to, but you did. So let me return the favor. Let me apologize for treating you badly. Let me make it up to you by fucking up these hags. To the best of my ability, whatever that may be.
Do you want to hide a body?
It doesn't have to be in one piece.
Too bad that Gata can't fight.
Right. So he was like, I'm gonna fuck up those hags. It's like, ow.
Hey guys, guess
All right,
what?
all right.
You know what?
It was like,
Guess
to the
what,
best
guys?
of my ability.
Guess what, guys? We put the serious shit in the middle this time.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
right?
I was-
That's crazy.
What about second serious shit?
Second.
I don't
they're
think
gonna
they
do
know
that
about
after.
second serious shit.
Serious,
So let me-
followed by more serious.
So let me do the best that I can, whatever that may be. I might get stomped on by a fucking Haragon, but at least I had everybody's back, and at least to my best ability, had your back. I would like to consider you a friend. If you don't, that's fine. That's your prerogative.
Why
wanna
do
be
you
treated
call
like
it
an
a
adult?
favor?
Call what a favor?
Every time you talk about wanting to help me, you say, let me repay the favor.
It's the way I was raised. Someone does something nice for you, you do something nice for them. I don't know your knowledge in the material world. I don't know where you come from initially. I don't know. I would like to know more. But the way that I was raised by my family, by my parents, they do something, someone does something nice for you, you pay them respects. I do something nice for you, you don't have to for me. That's just the way that I am. Yeah, I can't fight. I can't kick to save a life. But I can make sure that everybody else is well prepared. That's my role. You could bench press me,
How much do you weigh?
but I can make you the best breakfast you'll ever have in your life. That's my role. That's what I can do.
Mr.
And I would
Ganta,
imagine at this point, everyone's probably caught up at this point.
Oh, I'm pretty sure everyone's sitting there with fucking popcorn at this point.
Gotcha.
Oh, Hero's just walking along and walking past y'all, not even paying attention.
Mr. Ganta,
Broody teenagers back. Have fun.
on shrooms now, so I'm just in awe.
You're
Azul's
watching the
just floating
colors.
by.
I'm watching the colors of the landscape.
There's so much green.
You just see Hero walk by in the background, but to Azul, it's just. Ooh.
And I see the head on Noivern's just like going like he's balking me.
Like Azul's in a staring contest with this head as Click Clack sits there and goes,
Mr. Ganta, you may have been raised to do nice things for people who do nice things for you. But that's a bit transactional, don't you think?
Not at all.
No?
Nope.
Friends can't do nice things for you just because?
They can.
And you can't accept that help without having to do something in return?
Most of the time I can't. It's just in my nature to do something nice for somebody that does something nice for me. I'm
So
a bit of
wouldn't
a
know.
contradictory. I'm a bit of a hypocrite. You don't have to do anything nice for me doing something nice for you, but that's just the way that I am. Just the way that I was raised.
Well, maybe I should apologize too. I'm not used to people that had parents. So I don't know what it's like to have these instilled values. All I
I'm
know
not used
is what I've picked up.
I'm not used to, and I'll gesture to literally everybody. I'm not used to this. I'm used to this, and I'll pull out my family chef knife. I'm used to this, and I'm used to talking and just using my hands. That's it. I do not know magic. I do not know combat. I don't know strategy. I know recipes, a little bit of woodworking, and whatever morality my parents taught me. That's it. You are the expert here. You and Lathia.
Yes,
If
I'm
I'm
staring
going
at the
to
head.
survive, if I'm going to survive, I have no choice but to rely on you. So in order for that to happen in my mind...
What's your passive perception?
Mine?
Mm-hmm.
12.
He's gone very quiet, and she's running her tongue along her teeth inside her mouth. She's very obviously, not even very obviously. It's subtle for anyone who isn't familiar with her. But she's trying to decide whether or not she's going to say something.
I'll pull out the Raven Queen's feather. Remember this?
Mm-hmm.
This makes us bond. To me, this makes us bonded.
She's going to slip her hand into the, what's it called? The,
Breastplate or...
yeah.
vest?
The plate scales that are on the front. She almost slips her claws under and pulls out what looks to be a piece of a note. She hands it up to you. Looks you dead in the eye.
Don't ever question me again. Until you figured out what I'm doing. Deal?
And it's said with a smile, like a peace offering.
I'll get down on one knee. Put the feather away.
She has to
Yeah.
grab just 2 of your fingers because your hand's a little too big for her. But she does shake, and she hands you the piece of note. It is written in Sylvan.
I do
Get Norvion
You
to
don't know
translate it again.
Nope. You don't know
Yeah, you're gonna have dark with a hard eyes
Now, no combat. You can't read Sylvan? Jesus.
Yeah. Can't fight, can't read. I'm fucking
Yeah.
stupid.
God.
Did someone say translate?
Oh, God.
I
Spencer,
think we should
love
let
you.
him. I think we should let him translate.
Cool.
You guys ever just notice your tongue?
It's
I was gonna ask, are we going towards the prison or are we going back to the
The
castle?
Fleck had been
palace.
headed back towards the palace with the intention of giving Lackley the ingredients.
Gotcha.
Because she
Okay.
saw Gonta was following her, and she's like, fuck it, let's just get this shit done.
So we're going back to the bridge that leads to the weird floating island.
You've already passed the fork in the road, so you're most of the way to the palace at this point.
Yeah, me and
Okay.
Click are
It's
still at the fork.
Been
having
about
it out.
10 minutes since you've left Trinket, Bauble, and Charms.
So I'll finish shaking her hand. I'll take the note. I'll just save it for later. Right, so I'm not going to call you little one anymore. Unless you like it.
Was starting to grow on me. Just don't treat me like a kid. I'm older than you.
Back in my
Trust me.
day.
Trust me,
help
Lather
both ways.
gave me an earful, which was more educational than reprimand. Tell you what,
Want to know what it would be like if he ever went off. You know, in all the time I've been here, I've rarely seen him mad.
I've seen him stern. I don't think I've seen him mad yet.
That'd be
With that
fun.
being- probably.
And it's like a switch flips. She's the same old, like, she's just exactly the same click clack you're used to. But where you're used to there being the bright eyes with the cat-like pupil, it's just gray.
All right. So with that being said, I'll call you little one, and since this is more your terms, transactions, I'll keep calling you little one. How about you give me some fighting tips?
I can try, but how much can you lift?
and I just start walking.
About 20 pounds, just you.
I'm at average human strength, but anyways, yep. And I see where this is gonna go. Right, they're taking off without us. What do you say, little? What do you say, little one? That took your fancy?
I'd probably catch up, but you know, Mr. Norvion would probably be able to help you.
I'll talk to him. They did give me a dagger to practice with.
Don't cut yourself.
I've many years of small blades. Never cut myself once. Should be fine.
As she starts trying to skip off, and for the sake of brevity, you make it back to the kitchen with, time to spare. As you hand everything off to Lackley, he gives you a very expletive-filled thank you. It's a very weird...
Well, it's about goddamn time you brought all this shit. We're trying to get everything squared away, and we're waiting on the fucking prize ingredients here. I'm not doing the bit.
No,
Still the best thing I've ever made you do.
Oh, it's great. I love me.
Who's on first?
Chad or Chad?
Yeah. I'm the main character.
Yeah, God.
And
Guys, it's my original OC.
God damn it.
Oh no!
I hate that I understand.
and as you make your way back towards the fork in the road, towards the holding cells, you seem to pass something. It's a little further away, but you do see what looks to be a factory of some sort that seems to have recently been burned.
I didn't do it. No.
Hey,
Dominic retract.
what's that? Burning building.
Look, we get it. You're jacked. Okay, chill out.
I'm holding up the head.
Look at that over there.
I'm holding up the head.
Nate, Facebook.
I gotta use this as the prop every time I'm holding up the head.
Spencer over there. Have you seen my beach ball? It's about this big around.
Oh god. I left it right over there.
No, Hero's still brooding. Don't worry. But he did not burn anything down.
Hero, you got some explaining to do.
Hero's just gonna look over. Wait, are you? Oh, sorry.
Probably mute him.
Yes, he's asking the head.
That's the balloon factory.
Did you?
That's where they would make all the balloons. Or it
And
was. Burned it down.
why would they burn that down? Do they not want people leaving?
I mean,
I'm letting you guys have this. I just had a whole bit.
Sorry, I mean, I kind of screwed myself RP wise. I'm like, I'm in broody teenager mode.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's not talking to anyone.
Texting
not
back and
Hero.
forth isn't working. Nate. This is the reason that Morgo is in prison.
okay.
Arson?
She and the other bullywug, Wigglewog,
Oh, okay.
helped Sir Talavar escape, resulting in the destruction of this balloon factory. She is currently... Everyone in the Kingdom of the Bullywogs is unaware that Wigglewog is dead.
That's right.
Side note, Nate, last
Yes.
session when I was asking for a weapon, you gave me a dagger, right? Not a short sword?
Yes.
Okay, cool. And it's not
I gave you a dagger.
Talavar's. It's just a regular dagger?
I don't have it.
Okay.
I don't have a short sword.
Gotcha. Just making sure I had it right. Yeah, table's yours. I did a whole bit. You guys can have this.
You got yelled at by something like, a third your size.
I don't give a damn.
The head's
frog
gonna look
head.
at you and go, I mean, that's where Morgo got Talavar out of here. I believe Wigglewog is dead because of all this too.
No, they're unaware Wigglewog
Oh, they're
is dead.
unaware.
They don't know his fate. They just know that he escaped with Talavar.
He escaped with Sir Talavar, so
Thank you for the information, head.
of course
You had.
I gotta quit while I'm ahead.
Okay.
Ugh.
Still mocking.
I love it. I love it.
John gets psychic damage. Not his character, just John.
Remus would be proud.
I miss Remus.
Oh, it works.
Tell him being sick isn't an excuse.
All right.
Yeah.
What a
I used to have to DM while sick. Fuck him.
Okay.
Are you offering? Because he might be game for that.
What,
Alright.
for me to DM for him or for me to fuck him?
Yes.
Yeah.
That being said, as we are making our way towards the holding cells,
Making our way downtown.
let's take a break. Are we ready for
Yeah.
Dungeons and Dragons?
Yeah.
Yes. We probably only got a
What are you
little
what
bit
are you all
though.
supposed to do? Huh? What are you supposed to do?
This?
Okay. I hate all of you already.
Okay.
Spencer.
You're not the first and you won't be the last to tell me that you hate me.
Freaking white people, I swear.
Hey.
Chad, you like being degraded. It's fine.
I do.
All right. And to our lovely DM,
Yeah, go, woman, Harley, DM, person, love you.
Rising from the soggy earth is a sturdy wooden hut with an open doorway on one side of it. At the back of the hut are 2 holding cells. Thick mangrove roots serve as bars, with a small round door closing off each cell. The floor of one cell is covered with several inches of stinking water. The other cell holds a figure in rags, slumped against the back wall.
Sorry. I have mod privileges, so I muted Chad for you.
Of the descriptions.
Ugh.
You didn't even mute him well.
His face is just loud. What do you want? There you go.
Sweetheart, you're only muting him for yourself.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
Wait, what?
You're only
Do I have
muting him
mod
for yourself. You don't have mod privileges.
Oh
Is Hero,
shit!
is Hero muted for you guys?
Yeah, he muted himself now.
No, I did it.
Oh, you muted him?
Yo.
I hear him through Harley's and not his own audio.
Oh,
He's not-
That's
no.
crazy.
He doesn't have mod privileges. I do.
What?
Wait, no, Chad. Was he?
No, he was. Well, yeah, he wasn't.
Was
muted.
Chad muted?
No.
Oh,
You were.
then why did
When
y'all
I muted
start
you.
laughing?
We laugh because Soggy.
Just because of
Oh,
Soggy, thick,
Just because of
inches.
Chad.
oh, I can actually do it. Okay, I hit the wrong one.
Oh yeah, you did the wrong one. That's
yeah,
why.
There it goes.
Okay.
Right. Back to
Alright.
the story.
Back
Jingle,
to the
jingle,
Soggy.
jingle.
Okay.
With this movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, do the things.
Okay. We have a prison break.
Gave you guys the setup. Do you need me to give you the setup again?
Yes.
I told you I was gonna let you guys have the bit for a little bit.
I'm going to leave out any descriptive words because Chad can't be a mature adult.
It's not just fucking Chad.
Yeah, it's
Luna's
only
literally
Chad.
doing the same thing.
No, I'm fine.
Yes, we know that Luna is fucking Chad. Get with the game.
It's just because Chad's the main character.
Rising from the earth is a sturdy hut with an open doorway on one side of it. At the back of the hut are 2 holding cells. Mangrove roots serve as bars, with a round door closing off each cell. The floor of one cell is covered with several inches of stinking water. The other cell holds a figure in rags slumped against the back wall. I would like to note that the words I left out are soggy, wooden, and thick.
Yep, that's him. That's him, not me.
Okay.
Fine.
I don't think this is. This ain't right. Talking head. What happened?
Well, if I had to guess, it looks like the building's messed up.
Well, yeah, no shit, Sherlock. But why?
Building's
Phil,
not messed up. They're frogs.
Fixing it.
This is just how it is.
Ugh.
Lather's gonna look and go, I mean, I don't expect much out of them. They're only like a step or 2 above pixies.
Oh no, racism.
I wasn't gonna say it.
Everyone's a little bit racist sometimes.
Some are a little bit more.
Doesn't
Okay.
we go around committing hate crimes? Except for Shatter.
So you said you said it was mangrove.
Everybody equally, it's not a hate crime, right?
Yeah.
Touche.
You said it was mangrove roots covering the doors, correct?
Mangrove roots are acting as bars for the cells. There is a small wooden door allowing entry to either cell.
And this is after we've given Lackley the ingredients off the list, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hero's just gonna walk up and check to see if one of the doors is unlocked.
It is not.
Excuse me. You there in the corner. Are you all right?
Leave me alone.
Oh, he said it. I turn around. I'm kidding. Come here.
Is it a bullywug?
It is.
Lather's gonna walk up, pull his dagger, and hold it right underneath his throat and go,
You can't. She's in the cell.
"Oh, okay."
This is
I
a
thought it was
figure.
guard.
This is a figure in rags, huddled in the back of the cell.
Okay, I'm sorry. I misheard. I thought it was a guard.
It is not a guard.
How far back is this person in the cell?
She's slumped against the back wall, so probably 5 to 8 feet.
Well, looks like it's time for Shatter. Unless somebody else has a better idea.
Let's not instill my PTSD for just a minute.
It's fine. What's a little thunder damage between friends?
I still have the tagline. Okay, we'll get to that in a little bit. Why? What's your name?
Morgo.
Morgo. Well, Morga, my name is Gonta Dormont.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Dormont.
For any particular reason, why would you want us to just leave, knowing that this place was just recently burned down?
Burned down? Oh, you mean... I do wish people would stop bringing that up. It wasn't on purpose, I swear. I would never. I am a knight of wards. But when I leased the balloon, it did knock back and forth, and poor lovely Wigglewog was not able to control it like I could.
See, this is conversation. Now we can start a little bit of a rapport.
Produce flame on the door. Can I burn the door down? These things don't seem.
Produce
Does it
flame
say-
on the door.
You're
We
more.
both produce flame on door then.
You can try.
Yeah, produce flame on door.
Okay. How many? Both of you were just one.
Both of us.
Both of us, I guess. Plus my burning hands already. I don't know. Am I producing flame or am I just flame? I don't know. In this case.
You are always producing flame, but producing flame is also producing flame.
Yeah.
So 3 flames.
I don't know how that works.
Math seems to check out.
Yeah.
It's fine. He was almost an engineer, and the actual engineer has not stopped us. So you know what? It's math. That being said,
The alarms go off.
Oh shit.
as you hurl fire at this door, due to the amount of moisture, it gets hot. The water seems to raise about 20 degrees. But this wood has been soaking in the water. This isn't dry wood. It is a living tree. So it does not burn.
Does anyone have a spell to dry out trees?
I
So
think
this
that's
is
called
this
murder.
Is a thing we're doing?
It's called fire.
So this is the thing we're doing? I'll look over at Ventura and
Well,
Hero.
I wouldn't, if I were you.
And
Hero just looks over at Morgo and raises an eyebrow.
I pull out my sickle. And why?
Well,
why not?
it doesn't matter if you break me out or not. would be guilty in my people's eyes, and I would rather be dead than allow that to happen.
Or you could just not be dead and atone for your sins in another way. That's
Eldritch
always an
Blast.
option.
Unfortunately, defying Bavlorna is not something that is
Saying that
atonable,
they will choose that you're dead.
and our wonderful king was a dear friend of mine, but he's been put in a position where he must now strictly uphold the rules and the laws of our land. I am to be put to trial by combat, and if I lose, I will be executed, as it is a duel to the death.
I'll look at Click-Clack and Lathier. And I'll kind of like, not negatively side-eye Click-Clack, but just hopefully we kind of just meet an understanding. Would this be considered a transaction if we set him free?
Her.
What do you
he-
mean?
Excuse me, her, sorry.
Or, yeah.
Remind me why we wanted to set her free.
Was the king asked us to?
So if we do what the king asks us, it would be considered
Well-
a transaction.
So, he didn't really ask us to set her free because he can't really do that. But based on my understanding is he wants us to do the shady shit that he can't do and get her out of this little situation here.
Hero,
Situation.
when you were casting spells, did this seem did the vines seem magical, or the roots seem magical in any way?
No, they're just wet.
Gonna put my foot where Hero and Ventura were trying to burn, and I'm just gonna cycle through my 5 elements until something clicks. Acid, lightning, or excuse me, acid, cold, fire, lightning, poison. I'm just gonna keep
Oh,
doing
yeah,
it.
we're
until
just
something
standing in
changes.
water. It's fine.
I'm just gonna keep doing it until something changes. Minus the lightning, because we're in water. Minus the lightning.
As soon as you hit ice, you find your 1 foot frozen and you all now cannot move.
Ah, Jesus.
Jesus.
Try to take
Yeah,
Produce
there.
flame.
Try to take a page.
Right.
Didn't quite
Produce flame.
God. I'm gonna free
No.
myself as well with Produce Flame.
Yep.
But the others
Tried
can
to-
stay.
Tried to pull a hero. Didn't quite work. All right.
You'll never be the hero.
I don't want to be the hero. I don't want to even be a hero. Oh God, it hurts. So that
Mr.
didn't work. I
Norvion?
tried.
Yes. Click-clack.
Got a question.
What is it?
Do they know that you can pick locks?
You know?
You know that you can collect locks?
'Cause I don't think they know you can pick locks.
I don't think he knows he can pick locks.
Wait.
Well, it's worth a try.
So
He's so
for
bad.
So for funsies, me and Harley flavored it this way. I do have proficiency in sleight of hand, but it has nothing to do with any kind of lock picking or proficiency with any of that. So I technically can, but I'm not gonna roll at this. I'm not
Because
gonna
you
do
need
it.
like tools, right?
You would need
Yeah.
a lock thieves toolkit.
Thieves toolkit.
The thieves tool. Yeah, that's what it was.
Even if I were to get it in the future, I'm still not gonna do it because
I do not have one
It's
of
not
those.
part of your character.
so-
detriments, baby.
Mr. Norvion, I got another question.
Yes.
They heard her say no, right?
Well, I think our ragtag group of would-be heroes likes to save people whether they really want to be saved or not sometimes.
Right.
I definitely did not hear a no. Otherwise, I would have stopped.
Hero's just gonna be like, fuck it, let her die. And walk out the building.
Wait, quick question. Who do you have to fight?
Not really specified. First,
Can you have somebody fight on your behalf?
I
Can
can,
you name a champion?
but it is a fight to the death, and I would not ask anyone to put their life in my hands like that.
Lathan's gonna look over at Norvion and be like, "Well, you were looking for adventure.
We could send a champion, right?
You're the best fighter out of all of us. Hero and Azul are the best spellcasters.
Well,
I'm the best distraction. Well, me and Phil.
let me hear more
Self-awareness.
about the rules for this fight. Is it unarmed combat? Is it armed combat?
It
How
is
does
fully
this
armed combat. You'll be given
magic? No rules? How does this work?
He definitely has 2 arms.
Fucking
it will they will take the abilities of the fighter of the higher skill and make sure that I'm going to start over. I fucked that up. Retract.
Oh.
They will take
It happens.
they will take the skill of whoever is fighting on behalf of the imprisoned into account and make sure that it is an evenly paced match. So there is no straight answer. I cannot use magic, for instance, so my opponent would not be able to use magic either. However, if I were to have a magic user fight in my place, then magic would be on the table.
And how do they ascertain the abilities of the combatants?
Very simple pre-combat assessment. Why does it matter to you? I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name.
Norvion, Shagglethorn.
Shagglethorn. It rings a bell. Anyway, well, you mentioned the king, or your little scaled friend over there did.
Yes. So you said the name rang a bell. Shagglethorn is my family name. My father. And apparently there is some stuff going around here. I believe members of my guard were here at one time, but I am fuzzy on how time works here.
Cool.
So if that name rang a bell to you, would you be willing to tell me more?
If I could remember anything, I would. It sounds vaguely familiar, but I can't seem to place my fingers on it.
That's saying something because you have very large fingers.
Rather brash, aren't we? Not that it matters.
Rather brash than edible.
She's going to give a small chuckle, but it's humorless.
Oh, don't worry, I prefer herringon anyways.
So, let me.
What's everyone's
Stupid.
passive perception?
12.
I don't think
Oh.
mine counts because I'm outside.
T.
Where are you
But
outside?
11.
And
I don't know, couple feet outside the entrance to this little hovel.
Thank you. And Nate, what
13.
was yours? 13? So we've got a 13, a 10, and a 12. So. And, I'm sorry. 15? Okay, everyone except for Spencer. And John, because he's outside. Notice, Wigglewog has a ring on one of her little froggy fingers that she's been twirling.
I don't know if that would really be important.
That's just like.
Are you alright? Yeah, aside from being incarcerated.
Haven't heard much of anything. I don't mean to bore you. I really haven't had many people to talk to since
That's perfectly fine.
Wigglewog escaped.
So it sounds like the next thing we need to do is just find you a champion, look immediately at Norvion, and get you out of here.
If you're selecting Mr. Norvion as my opponent,
As your opponent,
not,
as your champion.
not opponents. I don't desire to fight you here.
Yeah, we're willing to fight for you.
what interest would you have in freeing me? The king can't possibly think that will leave him in good standing. No.
Why would you say you would just let us worry about that?
Well, if you were to be successful, by the rules of the Soggy Court, I would be deemed innocent of any crime.
Wonderful legal system you have here.
Oh, that's great.
I
We
can see why there's so many heads out there.
I'll look at Lathier and Click-Clack. Just kind of lean in. This is a good thing, right? I'm still getting used to the formalities and how this works, but this is a good thing, right?
Click-Clack
It's gonna get it.
Click-Clack is currently like trying to climb up Lathier so that she can get close enough to whisper.
Just gonna pick her up.
Like, all right.
You're doing to her what was happening to Void in our one shot.
It's like a cat
Shameless
just
plug, by
climbing
the
on
way,
you.
guys. Go watch our
I love
one
it.
shot.
Oh, eventually, when I'm done editing.
It'll be out before this.
Yeah,
technically.
hopefully.
Anyways,
Well,
like, comment, subscribe, guys. Algorithm stuff.
algorithm stuff. Like, comment, subscribe, who knows? That being said, okay, so my understanding is we gotta kill somebody, and then she's free. But who are we killing? Because I'm pretty sure that none of these other knights are really gonna want to die. And here's the thing. Mr. Norvion over here is bigger than a bullywug, and I don't think anyone's gonna want to fight him.
So, can they just plead no contest and...
I was thinking the same thing.
I don't know, let's ask her.
Under?
So, in the events that Mr. Norvion here is selected to be your champion, and for whatever reason the king doesn't have a champion willing to fight Mr. Norvion, what happens to you in this case in general?
I remain imprisoned until a champion is either volunteered or selected.
When is this trial to be held?
Whenever there are opponents for me to fight, if I am to fight myself, it will be held at the banquet.
At the banquet.
That's not
Can you
good.
hold on 1 second? I would like to gather everybody around.
Of course, it's not like I have much else to do.
She's gonna go
No,
back
no,
to just staring at the wall.
You just hang out there. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
So, whispering, and I will be facing away. I will be facing away from the prisoner, so they can't read my lips.
Mhm.
So this banquet, I don't think we have any plans for it to go south, but there is always the chance that things go south, as they tend to do with us.
Yeah.
If I were to be their champion and things went south and we had to make a speedy escape, I would hate to go back on my word and leave her forced to fight. But maybe that is still the situation that she is already in? What should we do?
Well, I mean, they might just kill her if you run. Regardless of the reason. I don't know. These frogs don't seem great at dealing in shades of gray.
Yeah, they seem more shades of green.
Sounds like we're stuck no matter what we do because we have to do this banquet or Bavlorna's just gonna wreck even more shit.
Okay, let's hold up. I am not the smartest. So what do we have to do? What have we told people we'll do so far? We told the king that we're gonna get Wigglewog out of this.
Wigglewog's dead.
Wrong one. We've told the king we're gonna get Morgo out of this.
All the frogs look the same, right?
Wigglewog is already out of this.
Yeah.
Wigglewog? Have you heard something about Wigglewog?
Ooh.
Oh.
Lathia, this might be your department.
Everyone immediately is just.
So at the end of your life cycle, you run into situations.
I like how you said Lathier. This is your time to shine. All right, people die.
You know how people die? Yes.
For sure.
It's
At the beginning, you are born.
It's canonized that he's just good at
die.
dealing with this stuff.
Wigglewog died in a ball of fire, crashing into a tower. Luckily, nobody hit a second one.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry, what?
Oh my
If
god.
it makes you feel any better, balloon fumes don't melt steel beams.
Stop!
Oh my god.
I do hear that it may have been an inside job.
Don't forget about the one that hit the hexagon. That was crazy.
The one that landed in the nowhere? The middle of nowhere?
Stop it! We're gonna get canceled.
What Kingdom is kind of messed up.
Yep.
So now we have the BSA.
Yeah. So for my essay, because it's been a few months and my my notebook didn't save. We told the king we're gonna get this.
Okay, out of character. We're gonna help Wigglewog.
Yeah.
Or
not Wigglewog. Wigglewog's dead.
What's that? We're gonna help Morgo.
Well, apparently we're gonna revive.
Why
We're
are we
gonna
helping Morgo?
necromancy Wigglewog.
Listen, if you saw how we played the one shot, that is not out of the realm of possibilities.
It's really not, and it's great. So why are we helping Morgo?
Morgo.
Why are we helping Morgo?
The king asked us to.
Because the king asked.
The king literally
Why do
asked
we
us
care about this king at all?
because he's a puppet figure and we're trying to help his.
Because he is a
kingdom
puppet
from
figure for
out from under
Bavlorna.
Yep, we're
Okay.
trying to get Bavlorna to either
Fuck
die
off.
or fuck
Yeah.
off.
Bavlorna
That's the only way to get
is
our- that's the only way to
adamantly
get our shit back.
against Morgo because Morgo was involved in destroying her balloon factory and freeing a prisoner, Sir Talavar, who was being held prisoner to keep from reporting what was going on in Prismere back to Titania, the queen of the summer court.
Yes. Okay. Now I'm following. So basically, same mission. We need to get rid of the hags.
We gotta get rid of the hags. This is just more shit that the hags are
Now
doing.
you know why.
Because it's the only way to get our stuff back.
And you told Click Clack you wanted to help her.
Yep. So I'm gonna do it. I'm a man of my word.
Only because it coincides.
So now we're back in character. Sorry about that.
As you guys are huddling, John, what are you doing outside?
Brooding.
Where? Be specific, please.
Probably like it's a tree that's running through for the vines, right?
It is a
For the doors?
sturdy wooden hut with an open doorway on the side of it. There is a tree with roots growing kind of into the hut, and those are what is the bars of the south.
You'd be brooding up against the front wall that doesn't it's four sides. The side we walked up toward, or the front doesn't have anything, and then the door's on the one of the sides, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, he'd be on the front. He'd be on the front of the building. Just
What's your passive?
11.
You hear footsteps.
Okay.
Fireball.
Yeah, I wish. Da, 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 da.
2 more levels, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it depends because hard is most of my levels right now.
That's right.
Hero's going to pop, like the footsteps are approaching. Just for safety's sake, Hero's gonna pop inside. I'm gonna blow a bardic inspiration die and get everybody invisible. So,
Before
till
you
the
do that, I would like to remind you all of something that happened a couple weeks ago when we were playing our last session. I don't remember which one of you, but one of you carries, I think it was Spencer actually, carries
Yes,
an
what did I do?
official title as well as an emblem from the king.
Ain't me.
I think it was Spencer, because it was Phil, and then whoever got...
Oh, yes,
Yeah,
it was.
so you have...
It
Oh.
was. I don't remember the title, though, but I do remember there was a title.
Well, we're
I remember
right.
I rolled
different
the same
then.
exact one. I rolled the exact same one as Phil, and you said I couldn't have that, so we re-rolled, and I forgot what it was.
Okay, so I'm pulling a new one. You are now Mundle
we
Mud,
remember that.
the Count of Bogbottom.
Oh, wait,
Okay.
that sounds familiar. What was it?
I think Bogbottom is Phil.
No.
Oh.
Phil is Ribble, the Duke of the Three Rocks.
Right, so it's Mungle Meld what?
Mundle Mud, Count of
Okay.
Bogbottom.
All right,
Okay.
then
And it was just those two, right? They got titles?
Yes.
rolling it back.
You
Hero's just gonna.
also have on you a brooch that is the crest of the king.
That I do remember. Yeah.
Okay. Then rolling it back, I guess. Hero's just gonna continue to chill. I'm just gonna keep playing. He's broody. He doesn't give a shit. Like at this point, the girl said she wanted to die. He's in a mood, so. Okay. Hero. Yeah. So Hero's just gonna. Like, he doesn't give a shit at this point with everything going on, so he's gonna hear the footsteps. He's just be like chilling outside.
Quick check-in, what's going on inside?
Group huddle.
We were still huddled. We were still group huddled, and we just explained how a tower was hit in a fiery explosion.
Okay.
Right.
Lather was explaining that.
Lathier was trying to deliver the news of death and doing a bang-up job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they are about to face trial by combat. They should be intimately familiar with the concepts.
Yeah.
That's
I mean,
fair.
have a king die like every weekend.
That is
Yes,
also fair.
we have one of them right here.
Hey, how are you doing?
Use him.
Ladrin,
You look kind of pretty.
Oh god.
if you are making a joke, it did not land. That is
Neither did the balloon. Your friend is dead.
He was 100% being genuine.
Talavar survived.
well
But-
then.
Yeah. Wait, don't we have the tiny dagger?
You've got
You-
Talavar's sword, which in your hands is a dagger.
Chad, you have that. Well,
No, I don't.
no, who has it?
Phil does, I believe.
Oh,
No,
okay,
that's-
of course. Of
Thanks,
course.
Bill.
No,
Yeah.
was it Phil or was it Spencer?
It wasn't me, I know that.
Okay. Then it was probably Phil.
That, yeah.
That being said, okay, so, well,
One thing I don't joke about very often is friends and family dying.
Very often.
well then I cannot let...
Look, man, we can't all be perfect like you.
She grips the ring tighter.
Is that a nervous tick
Betrothal?
that you have?
Pardon?
that a nervous tick that you have? Fidgeting with your ring in stressful situations.
Lathr's gonna stage
Specific
whisper at
ones.
Ganta and be like, I think she was married.
Married? Not yet. Was promise.
Betrothed. Same difference.
My deepest condolences.
It's a promise that Wigglewog would come back. But if he has perished, I cannot let that be in vain.
So you should let us fight for you.
Or we could just break you out if you don't want to fight.
I mean, I was thinking of breaking her out and fighting on her behalf anyways.
Why not both?
By the rules of combat, if I win, I am absolved of all wrongdoing. I could not kill another innocent simply for combat. And Bavlorna is banking on that. She is a recluse. She barely leaves her cottage. The only reason that she will come out is either manipulation or suffering.
Or if we tell her that the Darklings have her book.
Well, hold on. This trial by combat is against an innocent.
As far as I'm concerned, an innocent.
So what if we find?
So you
a
would
non-innocent?
rather your champion kill an innocent to preserve your legal standing.
I would rather an innocent kill me. You see where my conundrum lies. That being said,
They don't want anybody to fight for them, Norvion. We're imposing ourselves upon her
Fair.
in this.
So what would you think is the best? What would you think is the best course of action? Because it sounds to me we just need to have this banquet and just maybe wing it and just see what happens.
well, you don't seem to hold any love for Bavlorna, and if Wigglewog is truly dead, I cannot let his sacrifice be in vain. I'm imprisoned, not dead. I've heard the whispers. People are wondering why someone as loyal as myself would defect as I have. The answer is dear Wigglewog. It's convincing. He's sweet. He's put his heart and his soul into returning Downfall to what it once was, before it came into the claws of that hag.
Yeah, we gotta kill this fucking hag, dude.
Do you know where we might procure explosive powder and a large amount of oil?
Not offhand. However, what did Gollop say? You mentioned the king. He and I grew up together. What did Gollop say? You guys remember what Gollop said?
No.
Nope.
I'm
Who's
looking
rolling
right
history?
now.
Yeah.
Give me a moment.
Yeah.
Who's
Nate's
rolling
looking through
history?
his notes.
Alright.
Gollop, this happened so recently that I'm just going to give it to you guys because it was like an hour and a half ago.
Oh, that. Gotcha.
Gollop privately supports Morgo, but due to the fact that his power is being called into question because of the breakout, he can't pardon Morgo. So
Because it would make him look even weaker.
it would make him look weak.
So if we had a new king,
You would have to kill Gollop.
not what we want to do.
Right.
No.
Do you want a friend?
Right, so, I mean, I'm out of multiple ideas. The only thing I can really think of is try our hand at the banquet. Try to see if we can get Norvion to be a champion. And if all else fails, honestly, maybe take a page out of a hero's book and just...
Margo, how familiar are you with the surrounding swamps?
I've lived my whole life here.
And do you know of any non-bullywug frogs, toads, or salamanders that may be of the highly toxic, even incredibly deadly sort? Dart frogs.
Yes, several.
Anything nearby?
If you can catch it.
Oh, I can catch it. That's not the issue.
What are you planning? Dancing around this
Not
quite
that-
a bit for someone that's as blunt as you are.
Oh, I'm not
Maybe-
dancing around anything yet. There's no music. Ganta, what would you think about making a special frog stew? We could say that it's something from your homeland, or even Norvion's.
Will Bavlorna...
And we make sure that Bavlorna takes first try.
I wouldn't if I were you.
I was going to say a couple of issues with that. One, I'm not familiar with the ecosystem here. I'd have to practice it and get it right. Two,
She has that
what's to stop her
poor
from just
goblin
saying, "Hey,
cook,
eat this
Rackley, taste everything before she takes a bite. If you were to
Well, he's
poison
an asshole, so I'd be okay with that.
first?" And Chaz not. No, okay.
asshole or
No,
not, I am not letting any more innocents fall to Bavlorna's hate.
I'd have to agree with that one. I can't in good taste. I can't in good taste willingly poison food just for somebody else to hit the poison. That night.
Look,
Well, then
you
I
can't,
cannot be
you
the
can't make an
champion.
omelet without breaking a few orphanages.
That's a strange analogy, but I can't make.
Fine. If you'll point out anything local or nearby where some of those dart frogs may be, I can always coat my weapons in it.
Are any of you healers?
Yes.
Our rabbit
No,
friend is.
I'll gesture over to the Herringon.
I have been summoned.
Someone said my name.
No, we didn't.
Oh, okay.
We just said our friend over here.
You said your species.
Do
Stupid.
you happen to have the ability to bring back the dead? I saw someone do it once. A cleric, I believe, of Zabilna.
Civilian, you say?
Cleric of Zabilna, yes. I saw her bring a fallen member back from the dead.
He's looking. I don't think he can at this level.
I
I don't
can't.
think they've ever verified yet.
Yeah.
I
I
just
was gonna say
I
I-
remember the names of Bill now. So
I can in a little bit, but I can't right
know
now.
the name. Yes.
Yeah, when you hit level 5, you'll get those 3rd level spell slots that you start bringing stupid motherfuckers like us back.
Well,
But
Yeah,
would
once we
I?
have diamonds.
But would I? Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Hey, I
That's
give you
the
lots
other
of drugs.
question. That's fair. You didn't give me drugs. I'll keep you alive.
Yay, Lathier bought his favors.
well,
I know what I'm doing.
yeah.
as I can think now, we only have a couple options. I would like to survive, see that bitch of a hag Bavlorna come down for what she did to dear Wigglewalk.
A question.
Ah,
Whatever happened to Zybilna over these plains?
We don't know. We stopped hearing from her, and then the hags. It was before my time. However, from what I have heard, they weren't here and then they were. They took Zybilna's power for their own, maybe? I don't know, but Zybilna hasn't been heard from in centuries.
And do you know about a Scabatha?
Well, yes, that's her sister.
Okay.
Okay.
That's it.
Right. Not sure what that had to do with anything, but
It's just a question.
So
the way I see it, we have two. Either we find a way for you to bring someone back from the dead, regardless of whether me or my champion wins or loses. An innocent would not stay dead for long. And if I am the one to die, I am absolved of all wrongdoing, as I have already fulfilled my punishment's quota. Or we fake a death.
What if you pretend? What if we can make it look like you died before your trial?
Oh, that
Right
could,
now?
that could work. Just have to keep them from throwing my corpse into the lake.
What happens if your corpse goes into the lake?
I will be eaten by the Marangon that live there.
The what?
Are those
Marangon!
edible?
Marangon, sorry, you're not local, are you? They are fish people, razor-sharp teeth. Very unpleasant business.
Here's an
Fish?
aside.
I like
don't
fish.
know. I like fish too. Here's an aside. Don't know if this was even considered. If we're talking about faking deaths here and we want to avoid innocence, what if both of us were champions? What if Norvion was your champion and one of us was King's champion? Then it's just as simple as faking one of us faking our deaths to begin and just nullify that whole bit.
I suppose that could work.
Well, hold on then. That might get a little bit complicated with them wondering why friends would be fighting to the death. Maybe one of us should volunteer to be the champion, not for you, but for the prosecution, and then we can fake your death. Might raise fewer questions that way.
I mean, if
Well, I mean,
if I volunteered as one of the champions, I'm sure Hero would love to take a few swings at me.
to be fair, trial by combat is
For
extremely
authenticity's sake.
common in our culture. I'm not sure anyone would question it. I didn't.
Well then, let's put it to a vote.
So if we can't figure out what to do with Bavlorna and the banquet, we have a backup. Just both two members of us just duke it out.
Hero's gonna.
Before we do anything, remind me, Azul, how are you dressed? Do you look like a druid? Would she be able to tell that you are a druid?
I still look like I'm part of the carnival.
Okay. Never mind then. John, continue.
Hero's been listening in. What is it? And then he sees two bullywogs, knights walking their way up towards the guard post. So he's gonna sneak in and be like, "Guys, whatever you got to do, you got to figure it out fast. There's some other people coming."
Alright, fast. Who is fighting who? What is the plan?
We can probably figure that out while we walk and talk.
I have a question.
What's that little one?
What if she fights something that isn't alive in the first place?
Go on.
Is that a thing?
What now? Come again?
It's a thing.
Well, kind of like that armor that's in the swamp. I keep running into it. They've got this weird sword. It's just empty armor, but it can fight. It tried to drag me under the mud at one point. I don't know if you guys saw it or not, but it's scary. But it's not alive.
Well, how would that help us? I don't follow.
Well,
Let's
she could
see what
technically
it
kill
is.
it without killing an innocent. That's her whole.
Well,
That's her
how
whole
would-
thing.
How would we get the prosecution to choose that to fight on their behalf?
Well, that's one plan. We have a backup to a backup. We need to go.
Gotta go.
We can walk and talk.
All right. Heroes. I'll still use the bardic inspiration die. To make us invisible as we leave, so the guards don't see us. Oh Jesus! Calm down.
It's not the first
Um,
time.
I know, and it gets me every time. Sorry.
As we're sneaking past Hero, who's finally calmed down just a little bit, who's been listening in. Not enough to be happy with everybody, but just enough to communicate. It's just like, we could honestly fight each other, and it's a good enough excuse for us to have weapons and spells and whatever we have at our disposal in front of Bavlorna, which makes for a great escape attempt. And then no innocents have to die, and we can all get out of here.
The only caveat that I can think of is because no one died, the crime is still in effect.
I mean, eventually.
And that still doesn't do anything. That still doesn't deal with Bavlorna in any way. I do like the idea that just two of us fight, because we know each other's abilities. We know what we kind of.
I mean,
do.
Let's be fair. Bavlorna's. We're gonna have to deal with again. We're gonna have to deal with Bavlorna eventually.
Are you
Anything I'm
saying
scared
that
of.
you want to use the trial by combat as a way to throw spells at a hag? Because I'm in.
Yeah, that was kind of the plan.
I'm all
The
up for
fine.
Because-
You want to go catch poisonous frogs with me?
Ah.
All right, so the two of them are splitting off.
Hey,
To
Chad or Ganta,
What's
do
up?
you have to do any work on the banquet feast?
I do actually. I have to go and prepare, and I,
I
have
would
no idea
recommend-
what the facilities are, so I need to familiarize myself and get everything organized. Start
I'd
preparing.
recommend you and Azul probably heading over there, getting the feast ready, and getting a kind of a lay of the land, and then potentially
the
Hero and Norvion coming up with a battle plan for the championship
I have a-
contest.
I have a feeling that leaves me and Norvion as the ones who are gonna fight.
Well, I think we could come up with a convincing storyline for that fight.
Well, it's something
Yeah,
to
I don't
consider.
think that'd be hard at all.
One of you has to be the heel.
Yeah, something to consider though. If for whatever reason the fight happens and we try to escape and we can't escape, we now have a weakened hero and a weakened Norvion. to
Well,
deal with
that's
that.
only if we're
How old of you
actually
to assume?
landing blows. We can stage the fight.
They can pull their punches and
I've seen both.
team like it.
I've seen both Bunny Boy and Mr. Lathier do magic. I don't understand why we can't just magic up something that isn't technically alive and lie. Lying gets you out of a lot of shit.
Again, though, I like this idea, but how do you propose we convince the king
Out of-
to use
Out of
that
character.
non-alive?
Wasn't he?
I do have
Yes.
I do have an ability to make myself look like another person.
Well,
I have masked many faces.
doesn't
I can make myself look like the prisoner.
Gollum want her
You could
free?
also-
So why wouldn't he
This
do what
is-
we ask?
I agree.
That is fair. I did not.
I
think
mean-
of that.
We could also see, since it's a court, they could have a spell scroll for reanimate or a revivify. To bring somebody back, or even to make a golem of some sort that needs to be destroyed. All right. So, plan is, click-clack, wait there, go to the woods, find what you need. Azul, help out Ganta with his cooking. Me and Norvion will go talk to the king and see what we can figure out. Though, as a backup plan, and just trust me on this, Norvion, give the head to Ganta.
Here.
Also, Azul would be running
so
recon
slimy.
for us
How?
as well. too.
Ganta, there's slime and blood just dripping through your fingers.
How is there still so much? Okay. All right. Well, I've had worse. Come on.
I'm gonna walk up. Hero's gonna walk by, whisper something in Ganta's ear, and then head back
thing
down
you
the
texted
path.
Me earlier.
Yep.
Got you. I'll kind of side eye you for a second, and then I would imagine you kind of give that trust me look, kind of like what we have with combat.
Okay. No. Here, you're gonna side eye me, and Hero's response is gonna be, "Don't bitch out."
The head looks at you, Ganta, and goes, "So you're my new carrier.
That I am.
How do you like all my slime?"
Not bad. You gotta remember, I'm a chef. I deal with way worse innards than what you could produce. I'd imagine you'd be pretty tasty if you were gonna keep running that mouth of yours.
I don't know. I've never eaten one of my kind.
Well, it's the first time for everything, and I'll tuck you away.
I was gonna make a
And we're
frog
splitting the
leg.
party.
I was gonna make a frog legs joke, but Lathier had Harangon legs, not frog legs.
Yep.
Not
Yep.
too late.
Ventura, honestly, you want to head over to the palace, help me out?
Yeah, we can go ahead and do that.
Click Clack and Lathier make their way off into the swamp. Ganta and Azul head toward the kitchen. As soon as the door opens, you can hear Lackley screaming curses that would put Gordon Ramsay to shame.
You fucking piece of shit, cocksucker! I can't stand. I told you to move it there. Why? Why are the drapes not cornered with 90-degree angles? They're 85. You stupid dumb sandwich.
As Norvion and Hero once again find themselves face to face with King Gullop the 19th. Have you paid a visit to our various mutual friends?
Unfortunately, yes.
And
Do you have spell scrolls here in your archives?
I have been king for 2 days. I have not had the ability to do inventory.
Oh, so before you were king, you had no idea what was going on in any of the spells? Yeah, that kind of tracks for everything going on here.
And what do you know? I just gave the last king's head to our chef.
Pardon?
What? Shush. Shush. Go play with your tongue. Do you have a royal library or archives or something like that?
Yes, Snoodle can lead you. As this little alligator that moves kind of like a fat corgi flops off of his lap and starts kind of waddling off towards one of the doors against the wall.
If we get out of this, I want my own Snoodle.
He was a gift.
I think a gift in return would also be a great idea once we get your ass saved. As Hero walks out, following Snoodle.
As you open the door, sitting behind the desk, library, what do you want?
Oh, god damn it. You got spell scrolls in here, Roz?
What are you looking for?
Either something to bring an inanimate object to life, or something to, like, a reanimate zombie or something like that, or a something to bring somebody back from the dead.
Yeah, we got 'em, but those are gonna be in protection of the king. Do you have permission?
Well, he sent us this way, and this one has a badge.
Let me see it.
Yes.
Nice.
Hold out the badge, and while I do that,
Roll persuasion, please.
you. All right.
Me or him?
Norvion.
Okay.
No. What is he persuading? He's just holding a badge.
Advantage with
Yes, but am I doing it convincingly?
You are actually, you're doing it at advantage because you're telling the truth.
Okay.
Yeah, my boy.
Well, I rolled an 8.
So
With
roll it
advantage?
again. With advantage?
Yes, it was a 2. The other one was a 2.
Oh god.
Oh my
Are you adding
lord.
your modifier, or do you not have one?
Sorry. So 11. 11.
Well, Ross got
Yeah,
a
thank you.
15.
Oh
Oh
no.
shit.
Hey, curse.
Can
Hey, curse. Hey,
Well, no,
Can
hold on. Let's let it play out for a second. Let's let it play out for a second.
I just want
You
to
can't
see
go
fake
back.
curses.
No, let's let it. We're not going back. Let's let it play out.
All right.
I can't tell if it's real or not, but
Roz, I've seen you stamp scribbled napkins to get us in here. I think we're good to go.
I want to make a deal.
Oh, what's
What
the
is-
deal?
I just want to see Bavlorna's severed head whenever you bring her down.
Oh yeah, sure,
I
definitely.
hate that
Gotcha.
bitch.
Roz's eyes.
I'll make a crown out of her scalp for you.
I know. She's the endgame boss.
Would you like to keep one of her ears when we are done?
For one scalp crown with an ear still attached.
Done.
You have a deal.
He takes the fantasy equivalent of an RFID pass card and hands it to Norvion.
All right.
Multi-pass.
Off we go, Norvion.
P-pass.
Okay. Is there gonna be? Here,
All I'm gonna make you
see.
guys do, the scrolls are there. I would like you both to roll stealth checks for me.
Here, give me 1 second.
17. I actually rolled decently for once.
Yeah, about time. Jesus.
I don't want to hear from you, Chad.
Yeah. 17 is like
I
the
did good
combined
today.
total of all my other rolls today.
Captain 12 himself.
Yeah.
What is my
Or dice
stealth?
rolls are the average Baptist minister's preference.
I got a 15.
God.
As you walk back, you've pulled what you need to off the shelves. Roz was right, just along the back wall. Very easy to find, very organized. You slip them under your clothes and make your way back to the front. Norvion, as you're walking, you find that your mind has wandered. And you are no longer consciously considering your tongue at every point in time. Why would you even do that? That's dumb. It would be torture for no reason.
Instead, you are grossly aware of the fact that you are a bone neck with skin on it.
Thank you for that, Nate.
Gross.
Thank you, Nate.
You're welcome.
Hero and
Just remember
Norvion.
that when you get highlighter.
I will. Thank you, Nate. I will be texting you and making it your problem.
That shit don't bother me. I've taken shrooms and had bad
Yeah.
dreams.
I would love to try shrooms. That being said,
I have never done that.
Norvion and Hero make their way back out of the library, passing Roz with a knowing nod. Standing in the middle of the courtroom, with bustling servants all around you. Ganta, Azul, Lathier, Click-Clack, Phil, Norvion, and Hero find themselves waiting for chaos to begin as the banquet gets ready to start.
Can
And
I roll
that-
to see how many poison frogs I have?
That is where we will end our session.
Yeah.